with Phil stumping drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanted to be said. 90 minutes for Phil to fill with so much time to kill, he promised Char that all he does instead is beg and shell. The stream's online and straight away begins to wane, but all is fine as long as Char's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to enjoy, like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran through to feel so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. His support is also slow and stays so low and fails to grow. You never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Most victims across the board we charge toward because the score can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us all feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch it creep, we play bingo while Phil will bitch on why is she but also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across our screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals our soul machine. He's not in burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if Andrew fanners chatters can't see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and slaps his leg before launching into a bike, pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of clawless cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that tits done well and they were right. With drama he will react, but as an actor it's a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Pre-stream's nearly over and a win is in sight, with little white despite Phil's delight that tits were not light. We'll say alright, it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tits will help from being off the other day, and with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won, and thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, Grandeur here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for Wednesday, Sunday, 1st of June 2025. It's the start of a brand new month. As you can see, Phil Burnell's in this chat, and he's really got a whale, an Elden Ring specific whale, throwing money at him just so he could fucking tell him information about the game. What I love is the guy couldn't even spell DSP right. DPS. Before starting your game, blah blah blah. Here's 25 Canadian buckaroos. That's a big fucking fan right there. Only 3 letters in your fucking name and you can't even fucking get it right. Genius alerts. Although, I mean, we're fucking very aware of the kind of level of intellect that Phil's community has, you know what I mean? So, I don't know why I'm acting surprised when really it's to be expected from his fucking fan base at this point in time. But yeah, there you go. So, hope you're all doing well. Also, Phil had a very good Friday because he was given a whole lot of money. And, is it all gone? Probably. Probably. I mean, yeah. Probably. $893 so far when it was last checked. But it's probably all gone. Yeah. So, I was really surprised. Absolutely fucking JG Anno, interesting tweet here. Showing off numbers for Phil. Basically for the last month, for the last week of the month there, you know. Phil was up $2,000 in tips. Well, he made $2,000 in tips, which is a 61% increase, but that's also because of one person tipping $1,600. Super chats are down, memberships are up, mainly because of those member bombs as well, and the kick subs are down. Now, so the numbers for the whole month itself, you know what I mean, the month of May itself, as you can see, compared to April. Had Thomas not appeared on Friday for Phil would have been down significantly compared to April. It was a shifting of money to different types, which pretty much remained flat in May. So yeah, just if you subtract $1,600 from this, then that's the month that Phil had. You know, one person basically made May almost as good as April. And that was a ridiculous, incredible fucking large whale tip. So can I put things into perspective, of course, you know what I mean? Also, these numbers. The number crunching doesn't include Patreon, it doesn't include DSP shop stuff, it doesn't, you know, count YouTube memberships that are set to auto-renewal across all 3 channels, it doesn't count ad revenue, it doesn't count super thanks if it ever fucking happens, and it also doesn't take into effect what the hourly pay and kick is for Phil. But yeah, if you just compare the 2 months there, Phil would have had a nightmare month. I don't know, I don't know with Thomas stepping in and wailing out. So there you go. Also, that being said, shared a wee tweet. Well, they made a wee tweet about an old forum post that Phil made back in the day from the King of Hate forums. In 2017, Philip claimed mental effort can be just as, if not more demanding than physical effort. He then compares what he does to what a boxer does, leaving it up to the reader to decide who is putting in more effort. The actual message from Phil, the actual, you know, the post from Phil was as follows. Let me just hide the chat for a second so you can see the whole thing. Just because someone gets physically exerted or hurt in the process of the work doesn't mean it's less effort. It means it's more physically demanding. Mental effort can be just as demanding, if not more, so than physical effort. I know. I used to lift weights / work out all the time when I was younger, and it wasn't nearly as draining on me as doing what I do now is. A boxer trains for weeks and then gets the living crap punched out of him for 36 minutes, then gets to recover. I work nearly every day with no time off, constantly thinking of what to play and say do during that gameplay, maintaining a website and social media presence to the public, all while people shit on me 24/7, and I get no time to recover almost ever. Physically, the boxer put in more effort, mentally, I do. It's subjective to you which constitutes more effort overall. So that was Phil's logic back in 2017 on his own fucking forums, no less. You know, that was how Phil tried to justify, I'm the hardest working guy ever, not shit, you know. Delusions of grandeur off the fucking charts. Absolutely fucking insane. It's just insane how he thinks the two are fucking comparable. Jesus Christ. Phil, so if I got one whale fucking super chat, it's like, wow, thanks, and then it's like, wait, 3 minutes go by. Where is everyone? And the same guy gave him a super chat says hi. Dark Ethan was the guy that gave him the fucking super chat in the first place. It's like, hi, Phil. But yeah, there's barely anyone fucking there. No one fucking cares, Phil. I've been fucking saying this. I've been saying this for a long fucking time, Phil. No one fucking cares. You are, you know, you're falling more and more into obscurity as time goes by. And you're just a figure of fun made to be fucking mocked, ridiculed by all of us, and, you know, fucking, you know, just come across you essentially. Case in point, if you scroll through like tweets, whatever, Jesus Christ, King of Hell's getting fucking rebooted and somebody fucking turned Bob into fucking Philly. God damn it, Philly! I told you not a Master Type 4 stream. Fuck off. I know what the fuck. But yeah, some people have been having fun with Phil's angry tirade. Case in point, somebody on Twitter called Murdoink, who has quite the social media presence, had a template from 2023 ready to use to incorporate Dublanc Duvel's face of Phil saying this.
Go fucking jump off a cliff, because that's about the value that you have if that's the kind of person you want to be.
So yeah, apparently, I think he has another one. He might have multiple. I'm not sure. I feel like he had two. Yeah, he did another one here.
Go fucking jump off a cliff, because that's about the value that you have if that's the kind of person you want to be.
Jesus Christ, man. So he had a couple of templates ready to go for precise for that fucking moment. So they fucking go. Good stuff indeed. Murdoink. I'm not sure who Murdoink is, but they seem to have, you know, they seem to have a decent size Twitter presence. Will Phil complain about being made fun of by the internet today because some prominent other person on there made fun of him? Who fucking knows? I'll have to fucking wait and see, I guess. Anyway, before we go live with Phil's antics, not jazz, couple of little clips to share with you. First of all, DSP Raw uploaded a very classic clip. He basically tries to explain why he decided to fucking masturbate before stream, and he has no explanation.
All right, let's try again. So, at that point in my relationship, it was like around mid-2016, things were not going well, all right? So, I was depressed. I'll be honest, I've told you guys before publicly about my depression, that I suffered from depression. I was depressed, and it was a time when there was no intimacy to speak of whatsoever, and I was an idiot. I was a complete idiot, and I did something really stupid behind the scenes I shouldn't have done. Why the hell, of all the time, not to say that there's anything wrong with someone doing that in their own private space, why the fuck was I doing it when a pre-stream was running, right? When I had a fucking things running here at the beginning of the stream. It's stupid as fuck, all right? It was one of the dumbest, it had to be the dumbest thing I've ever done. I mean, seriously, the dumbest thing I've ever fucking done. It had to have been. But that being said,
and that's how the clip ends. Look, I have always maintained this sort of thinking for a while now. Phil tries to fucking pass this off as a one-time incident, and it's something he's never done before. and on the one day he happened to feel like doing it, his webcam was on. The more plausible and likely explanation, of course, is that this is something that Phil was in a habit of doing before streams began. And in this situation, this occasion, the camera is on. Oh, Phil, what's the idea? Like, camera's still on, my bad. But yeah, I think it's fair to summarise that Phil had a habit of doing this before the podcast and the camera went live. I'm going to put a pre-stream. Well, everyone's falling into the fucking pre-stream. I'm just going to give myself a little self-love session. You know, so and Phil has no explanation. I was an idiot. Yeah, fucking you were, and you still are a fucking idiot, Phil. But anyway, while we wait for Phil to actually, come on, Phil had a very angry night on Friday Night Fights, playing his beloved, Capcom versus SSNK, whatever. That fighting game, that old school fighting game he's fucking playing. He had a bad night. He was quite angry. He was quite salty, and yeah. There's quite a lot of sodium moments from Friday Night, as captured by Snot Banana's compilation.
Save the pig! What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. Siki Piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help!
Ah! That's totally what I did. I tried to hop. I can't hop. Oh, I could have uppercut there. I probably would have beat him clean, too. Tommy, good evening. Ultra lag city, baby. I can't move right now. I'm frozen. Oh, I couldn't block that. Wow. Oh my god. Wow, I couldn't do super because it lagged. It lagged so bad when he came down from the missed super, I couldn't do anything. He was like stuttering and frozen. I couldn't even do a back forward. Yikes. I couldn't even do headbutt right there. Oh my god, I still can't do headbutt. Jack Diddley. Couldn't do Jack Diddley.
I myself am a former pro fighting game player.
I don't know what to do there. I don't know any combos with it. Oh, I don't want to do that. I totally didn't want to slide. I can't, for some reason, I can't get it to go like crouching attacks to standing attacks to crouching again. So that's why I can't even get flash kicks and stuff. It's weird. I don't know if it's the lag. I hope it's not the joystick. It's really odd. I can't crouch.
No, I'll tell you exactly what fucking happened there. No. Phil kept trying to imply that his joystick was fucking broken anytime he got his shit kicked in. And all of a sudden, then Phil would fucking play a bunch of fucking scrubs and he'd get some easy wins, and all of a sudden the joystick was perfectly fine. The joystick works fucking fantastically. There's nothing wrong with a joystick. Only when Phil is getting a shit pushed in is the joystick potentially fucking broken. The Rolls Royce of joysticks, as Phil fucking phrased it, And as Sonny says as well, is a detractor called Meaningful Content who found the other streamer's point of view with Phil, because Phil played another person from the community. Not only that, this person is a fucking veritable goldmine of classic DSP lore. You know that Alpha, Omega, Sin radio stuff? That fucking weird, the old Alpha radio, Street Fighter fucking thing, the internet radio show. According to the guy that he was playing, he's the one that fucking uploaded those DSP episodes to the internet in the first place. Yeah, Alphaism, that's what it's fucking called, Alphaism. So actually, let me pull up a video, actually. So Meaningful Content, as I said, made a video. I watched it the other day. So, I mean, I'll we won't watch it all ourselves. I'm sure Snort Banil will have a, you know, some compilation here. But yeah, as you can see, he's got the guy streams as well. You know what I mean? And he had some interesting things to say during the gameplay about Phil, to say the least, or whatever. And there you go. So the link to this video is in the chat right now. I mean, I'll play the start. Fuck it, we'll play the start of it. You know, because why the fuck not?
Like on the Texas Showdown interview that he did, that was me that uploaded it.
You hear that straight away, straight off the fucking bat? That Texas Showdown interview I did, that was me. I uploaded it. But this guy was around at the same time as Phil was fucking active as a, you know, as a competitive player way back in the fucking day when Phil thought he was fucking hot shit, essentially. This guy is not some random fucking news picking up a fucking game for the fucking first time. No, no, no. The guy's name is called Psycho Rarity, by the way. I'm not caught up on my fucking Street Fighter, FGC, lore or whatever. But yeah. Psycho Rarity is the guy's name.
What? Where was mine? Of course.
Darkside Phil at March Madness 2002 playing Marvel 1. I uploaded that.
Oh, no cannon spike.
This guy's been around the fucking block for a long fucking time when it comes to Phil and his fucking shenanigans. But Phil's going live, by the way. Oh shit, going live right now. Yeah, just let me know that Phil's going live. Let me put one pause. We can build up some speed up juice. Make sure the call is on 1080p. Make sure this playback speed is on 1.5. And then we'll go back to enjoying the rest of it. So, you know, I'll show you some of this compilation from DSP versus Psycho Rarity from both their perspectives. Yes, Phil was camming. Phil was playing as camming.
Dude, I couldn't. Are you kidding me? Can't block level 3 super because of the lag. Hit me with move because of the lag. You fucking suck. Hit me with all shit because of the lag. You're terrible. Right, another lag throw.
So this happened to Meaningful Content during the capture or whatever. They got an ad on Twitch for Psycho Rarity's, you know, perspective. So, you know, the camera disappears for a little while. So he subscribed to him. And then when he subscribed to him, whatever, they came back and he fucking got it all again. So yeah, it's an unfortunate timing, whatever, you know what I mean? But it came back not long afterwards, so there we go. But yeah, Phil was just... And people in his chat are trying to warn Phil, he's an FGC player. This guy's in the FGC, Phil. He's an FGC player. And Phil didn't seem to kind of understand or comprehend that whatsoever.
Couldn't block. I can't do anything. Shouldn't have traded. I had him clean. Came out late, so he gets to mash a button and get a trade.
Oh my
Not
God.
even a legit. You notice he didn't hit me at all. Complete fucking stupid shit. Unreal how this guy plays.
It's basically a whole session to give, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It goes on for like freaking almost 20 minutes, and then Phil runs away. Phil runs away from playing him again because he's all bitching and whining about the connection and lag or whatever. And so Psycho Rarity just kind of goes off on him and just fucking, you know, just absolutely fucking destroys him verbally. You know, that's it. So yeah, as I said, if you've not seen this yet, the whole thing, definitely worth viewing, and because the meaningful content for getting both perspectives and hearing Psycho Rarity's point of view as well. So thanks for putting that together. Good stuff indeed. So there we go. Anyway, we'll go back to the Snort Banil compilation and watch his version of events, and then we'll start bingo.
Oh, yeah, it's fucked up. Like, I do stuff, and then it won't let me do what I want to do after. It stops working. That didn't work. It won't, see? It really won't. It won't down back. I hope it's not my stick. Because it repeatedly will not do down back for me. it's doing standing attacks instead of down back in attacks. So. Alright, that was a good set. I knew Tony would whoop my butt. Good match, Tony. Or good matches, Tony. Thanks for letting me win at least one. Maybe not look like a total scrub.
I am a former professional fighting game player in the capacity, not that I did it for a living. I was a high-level tournament player, 4th place at EVO, top player of Street Fighter 2 that year overall in the country. And then after that, years I had won, qualifiers, various qualifiers for EVO.
Who fucking cares?
Done pretty good in tournaments overall in Street Fighter 2 over the years.
I can't, yo, I'm telling you, something's going on. It will not crouch. Oh, come on. Shitty ending. Shitty ending. Can't block. Dude, again it dropped my input. Complete nonsense. He's getting insanely lucky with Blanca. He is. He's getting super duper lucky because I can't play with my Blanca because it's dropping shit constantly. It's pissing me off. I haven't gotten a single roll throw.
I don't know, that's garbage.
And a quick reminder again, if people, so remember how Phil has business class internet, which is internet basically fucking meant to, so you get good download speeds, but your upload speeds aren't really that great. Well, because he has that internet, I think he is his own worst enemy when it comes to online play. Because his upload speed is so fucking small compared to his download speed, because business class internet is meant to be for literal fucking business that need to, they don't have to worry about fucking necessarily uploading a huge amount of data. It's all about, just getting it, it's just, but whatever. But Phil has to fucking feel special and unique and different from everyone else. He can't just get the best internet package for his needs. No. He needs to get a specially selected business class internet. Because it's fucking different. And only offers 50 megabytes upload speed. So he's doing that while streaming on 2 different fucking websites, might I add. You know what I mean? So streaming, recording at the same time, not a shit, and it's just playing the game online as well. Of course it's going to get fucking issues.
Telling you, I think my joystick might be having issues because I'm not down backing left all the time when I'm doing it, and I'm trying to go down back left to up moves, and it doesn't come out, and it's frustrating me. Because in this game, they constantly cross you over and will do hit strings, and I'm getting hit. Like, they'll cross me over, and I go to down back, it won't down back. I think my joystick might be fucking up, which sucks. I mean, this is a high-end joystick. I haven't even used it for a year. And it's not my fault. It's not my fault, it's YouTube's fault. And that's YouTube's fault. It is YouTube's fault. It's Tevin's fault.
Dude, I can't do anything. Here we go. Everything's a lag counter hit. Every fucking move is a lag counter hit. It's insane. Yeah, he still hasn't hit me. I didn't do that. Literally every fucking hit was a lag counter hit. I'm not kidding you. Every single hit stream, everything he's doing is he knows in lag, your move doesn't come out with the timing you push it, so it's all slightly stuttered, so everything's a catch counter hit. Every move he did. This guy's fucking terrible. Literally.
This was Psycho Rarity, by the way. So these are the matches with Psycho Rarity. You guys should see the top corner. The guy's name, he puts his own fucking Twitch handle in his fucking username. So Psycho Rarity. These are the Psycho Rarity matches that Phil just couldn't handle losing to.
Literally every hit was a catch counter. Unreal, dude. I didn't do anything there. Look at that. Why you didn't throw? Can't block. I can't, dude, my moves aren't coming out. That's it. I'm done. Literally, look what he's doing. And I can't do anything because the connection's awful. Here we go. So what does he do? Pop, electricity, electricity, jab, 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 electricity, mash punch, mash punch, mash punch. You fucking suck. These players are awful and don't understand how to play the game, but they get away with all this unsafe, ridiculous bullshit online because the game lags online. This guy is fucking shit. Seriously. Can't block. So I'm dizzy now because he plays online and mashes. Yeah, look, that's why he won. He literally just mashed buttons. Mash electricity. Jump, mash electricity. You didn't counter hit me. You didn't set me up. You played in lag. So I can't counter hit your electricity properly to actually stop it. Because all that was literally mashing buttons. He's a fucking scrub. Fuck you, you fuck your, no, you know what? Fuck you.
He ran away. He fucking ran away. That's hilarious. He quit. He rage quit. Did you see that? He quit the lobby.
You're a fucking laggy scrub. You know that your connection is ass, and you literally hopped around mashing punch. And I couldn't stop the electricity because the game lags. I can't fucking dive kick, it won't come out. Did anything. I did a move right there. Yeah.
I'm going to be trying to play a brand new Mario Kart on brand new Joy-Cons no one's played on before while I'm drunk. That's going to be pretty interesting, all right? So that's coming up on Thursday for those who don't know. That's Thursday's stream. Should be great, okay? Okay. I didn't tie the marathon to goals. You don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so I hope that you guys enjoyed all week. Wow, what a great week. Feel free to get caught up. I mean, I did over 6 hours of Night Rain gameplay in the last 24 hours, and we actually did really good on the final run. So I hope you'll check that out. And I'm off tomorrow.
Yes, that's true. He's a pedophile. He's a racist. He's a sexist. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, people are actually checking his login details. Apparently, Phil's underage champions within like 20 minutes of his stream ending.
Egregious cross-dressing. Yes, that's true. I'm a dunce. I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true. He's a pedophile.
There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time.
Yes, that's true.
I love it. Oh, I love it.
Oh, I love it too. It's fucking glorious, and it's fucking fan-dabby fucking dozy. Anyway, let's now get set up with bingo. And obviously, if we can play bingo, we need a bingo number for today's bingo card. Oh shit, I forgot. Oh, fuck. I forgot to change it back to 5x5. Hold on. Oh, many derail. Hold on, 2 seconds. I need to, yeah, hold on. Hold off on your bingo numbers for now. I need to actually fucking make it a 5x5 card again. Because it wasn't a proper podcast on Friday, it was like a 3x3 card instead. But we need to go back to 5x5. So I just need to amend some details in the little file here. So there we go. If I do that, I also need to rename this thing here. Hold on, 2 seconds. Bear with me here. Ah, shit, I completely forgot I changed the fucking bingo card. My bad. But we should be all good now and hunky-dory and all ready to rock and roll and get on with the show. Let's check it. There we go. We have a 5x5 card once again. Isn't that fucking fan-dabby-dozy? So yeah, the first number in chat I see will be the number I use for today's bingo card. So the very first number in chat. So go for it. Go nuts. Whoever's first will be the number I use for today's bingo card. The very first number in chat I saw was from Guybrush Freakwood, who says 68. Excellent stuff indeed. There we go. And this is today's bingo card we have for today's show. We need Phil to say and do the following things. We need Phil to touch his ear. Him pointing at the camera. Him saying what I mean by that is. Him standing up randomly and him saying engagement. The second row is Phil saying okay, schedule, variety, and discussing food in some way, and him saying in fact. The third row is Phil saying nonsense, what the fuck are you talking about, marathon, him bumping his microphone, and Tim messing with his phone. The fourth row is Phil saying necessarily, comment, here's a thing or here's a deal, unique, and Tim displaying some YouTuber jealousy. And the fifth and final row is Phil saying that being said, shout out that being said, him scratching his stash, him saying fuck, him repeating the same point constantly, and finally, him saying voted. So there we go, that is today's bingo card we have for today's show. Excellent stuff indeed. Also, it's the start of a brand new month, which means the bingo prize fund has gone back to zero once more, because obviously we're trying to get through the entire month and build that bingo prize fund up as much as we possibly can. Now, of course, there's a variety of ways for us to get free spaces to help us on our way to a full house bingo card. For example, if Phil burps, snorts, or sits 10 times before he starts recording for his shitey gameplay, that gives us all a free space. For every 6 minutes and 40 seconds that Phil begs, that also gives us a free space. For every 5 new or rejoining members we have to the bingo streams, that also gives us a free space. And finally, in my opinion, the best way for us to get free spaces on these bingo games, if we get 50 likes on the bingo stream before we finish playing bingo, that is 1 free space. If we get 75 likes, that is 2 free spaces. And if we manage to get 100 likes, not only do we get 3 free spaces, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate the 100 likes on the stream. So you guys are in full direct control of some of the ways we can get free spaces. The rest of the ways are controlled by Phil and his bizarre body functions, as well as him begging like a little bitch that he is. And of course, one more thing I keep forgetting, of course, if Phil says hi to Jade, if Jade shows up in Phil's chat and Phil says hi to him, we get a free space for that as well. So hopefully Jade will show up today and support Phil for Elden Ring. Come on, Jade, you know it makes fucking sense. Come on to the fucking stream and give us a free space. Yeah, fucking, you know, you're a good guy, Jade, you're a good guy, yeah, you can't help yourself. Yeah, I think so yeah, that's all that stuff anyway, that's all that covered anyway, good stuff indeed. As I said, the bingo prize fund is made up of a variety of different things. For example, if we get a full house on today's bingo card, it adds $10 to the bingo prize fund. Every Friday, we try and complete 3 certain very challenging marble courses, and if we complete, for each course we complete, it adds $10 to the bingo prize fund as well. A quarter of the money I make on YouTube every single month also goes towards that bingo prize fund. And finally, tips. 100% of tips I get on bingo streams goes towards that bingo prize fund, no matter how big or small. But of course, it's the start of the brand new month. It's the 1st of June, brand new month, which means it goes back to zero. And yes, I have been in touch with Little Shadow EX, who won the bingo prize fund for the month of April. May of May 2025. Naturally, they didn't believe me at first. I was like, it's true, and they fact they checked and said, yeah, I won. Yeah, Little Shadow EX knows they've won. And yeah, they're needless to say, they're quite happy. They're quite chuffed fucking bits about that stuff. So there we fucking go. I think I've covered all the bases when it comes to bingo, but I'm going to let Phil explain the last wee thing for me, just to kind of let you guys be aware of how marbles work.
Well, hello everyone, Phil Burnell here, letting you know about King Jad's Bingo and Marbles gameplay on YouTube. Now, you need to leave a post in the community tab to enter, and that's it. A lucky winner will be picked by playing marbles at the end of the month. It is just that easy. Any mouth-drooling idiot can do it.
Thanks, Phil. Yeah, piece of shit for fucking explaining that to everyone here. Excellent stuff indeed. Now, I think I've gone through all the bases, not Jazz, and the only thing left for me to do here is just to press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off all into battle once more.
Is there nothing on the internet that I won't masturbate to?
Oh, glorious. On that note, it's time bingo. Good luck, everybody. Here we fucking go.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. It's a brand new month, which means a brand new background with something that's literally never been in my set before. We've got one of the most exciting gaming weeks ever in store for the first week of June 2025, including the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2, the release of Mario Kart World, and coinciding with that, my giant, epic marathon launch day event, which we'll be doing this coming Thursday. Today on the show, I will explain it fully because there's actually a lot of things that I haven't explained yet that I think you're going to get excited for. Plus, this week is Summer Game Fest. We've got more Elden Ring Night Rain. We're continuing with the chill vibes of the other streams. It's going to be an absolutely epic week. I cannot wait. So sit back and relax. It is time for a month-beginning epic episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Who fucking cares? Let's just skip ahead, past the shitey intro, and get on with the rest of the bingo. 3 TikToks so far, 22 to fucking go.
Everyone, welcome to the show. It's the Level 1 Podcast for Sunday, June 1st, 2025. Summer is right around the corner, and that summertime vibe is here. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be one of the biggest weeks of gaming. a brand new console launch, a brand new episode, well, excuse me, a brand new edition of Mario Kart World, the first in over a decade. Yes, I can't believe I'm actually saying that, but it's actually been a decade since we played a new Mario Kart. We've got all kinds of launch hoopla that everyone is talking about. And then, of course, we've got more stuff going on with Summer Game Fest and the like. It's going to be epic. So I hope that you're all excited. I've got so much in store for you guys this week, which we're going to talk about in just a few moments. I can't wait to fully explain this upcoming marathon because there's stuff I'm going to be doing during the marathon that just got determined that I want to let you know. I think you guys are going to be very excited to find out what exactly we're doing. But before we get to that, welcome everyone. I hope that you are all having a great weekend. I am. I'm having a great one. Yesterday, I spent the entire day with my wife out. We were not home for the vast majority of the day. We were out and about restocking the house because we actually have been behind on being able to like go out and do stuff. So we were out at like all the stuff, all the commodities, you know, the towels and stuff like that. We had a big shopping trip together, but we also kind of stocked up on other fun stuff. It wasn't just, oh, you know, boring stuff. There was some shopping to be done and good time. We had a good meal out. We went to this place where we got these awesome little pretzel bites fresh out of their oven that you dip in these various sauces like mustard and cheese. And then I got like a little personal pizza that they baked in their oven there. That was really good. Good stuff yesterday. It was a great day. And the only bummer was the weather didn't really agree. It was rainy all day. But the day off was superb. Like we actually had a nice fun day out together, which we've been wanting to do for a long time. And it was a very good one. It was a very fun, chill day. We spent some time at home with Jasper after the fact when we got home, and that was really nice.
Oh, God.
Squeaky Wheels Jade tipped £1. Squeak, 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 squeak. Happy Pride Month, everyone, from me and my uncle. You could argue it's not violating because I cannot feel anything below my waist.
Jesus Christ. No. No. You know, no. Not funny. Didn't laugh. That's not funny. Jesus Christ, man. Thanks for the tip, though. Appreciate it. Jesus Christ.
So, great day off. Really. Excellent day off. Didn't have a moment to really do much because we were out almost all day. And by the time we got home, we were pooped. But it was a great one, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, now I'm back. And it is time. First of all, let's talk about June and the setup. As you can see, I have refreshed the background. I went back to the blue panels instead of the black. These blue panels do reflect my lighting a lot better. Although I would admit the blue panels don't necessarily look good with all colors, but I do like how they catch the light, right? They're really nice with the RGBs. So there's something behind me you guys have never actually seen on set. I've very briefly, over the years, shown this to you, only in glimpses or for a second.
Is this fucking ridiculous YouTube button? Like, why is that relevant all of a sudden? You want to know how? So Phil was given this button for like 100,000 subscribers. That's how fucking old. That doesn't happen anymore. You know, YouTube do not give buttons for 100,000 anymore, and we've seen this multiple times
on camera. And then I kind of just put it away. What I have right here, ladies and gentlemen, which you may not even recognize because it's so old, is the original version of the YouTube play button. This is the first one that ever released. That's how old school of a YouTuber I am. That this was the OG version, the original one before they changed it, and then they had a second version that was a different color, and then they redid it, and then it came out, you know, now it's all completely different. I think they're on like the third version now. But this was the actual original YouTube play button from 2010, okay? And I've had this on my wall, hanging up off camera, pretty much ever since I moved here. Before then, no lie, it was in a closet in a box. And you might say, wait a minute. Well, isn't that a big accomplishment? Well, yes, it's right here, YouTube DSP Gaming. Congratulations for surpassing 100,000 subscribers. That's what the original YouTube play button was for. See,
and that was given to you when, like, fucking 10 plus years ago? And then it took you how long did it take Phil to get 200,000? Like, the fact that Phil has stagnated for so long, it's like, I just love how there's a fucking ton of gaming content creators who might not have been born when Phil got that fucking button, and yet in that fucking time they made their own fucking channel and a fucking massively surpassed Phil, achieving fucking numbers he could only fucking dream of.
You might say, why didn't I ever talk about it? Why didn't I have it like out in front of everything as like a, you know, an accomplishment? It's very simple. Back in the day, YouTube was very different, okay? YouTube, for some very bizarre reason, judged success off of how many subscribers you had rather than actually how many people watched your content. I'm not kidding. Like, they would rank channels by number of subs rather than number of views. Back in the day, on some of my best months, okay, I used to get probably around 15 million views, all right, on my best months. On average, I would get between somewhere like 8 to 10 million views a month, all right? That was more views than the vast majority of my competition on YouTube. I was regularly ranked in the top 10 gaming channels, and sometimes even in the top 10 channels on YouTube. If it was a big gaming day and there was a new release, my channel would get more views than most channels on YouTube back then. Now, that's not an exaggeration. People can go check it if they want. My channel was actually that big at one point. Those days are long gone.
Who fucking cares?
But the funny part about it was, people wouldn't subscribe to my channel. You're getting...
Yeah, because you fucking flooded people's inboxes with fucking videos. You were all about quantity, not quality. And you still are.
Getting 10 to 15 million views a month and people don't subscribe. Why did you only have 100,000 subscribers? Because the way YouTube works, which still to this day apparently this is the case, if you subscribe to someone on YouTube, YouTube will spam your inbox of videos with all the uploads that person uploads in a day. Now, from what I'm to understand, there's a switch that you can turn it off and on so it doesn't flood your inbox. But
Phil. YouTube has always, since day one, operated on this sort of fucking model. Where if somebody you subscribe to uploads a video, you get a notification for it. This has been the case ever since you even fucking went YouTube yourself, Phil. You know? Now, Phil's trying to blame YouTube here for implementing this sort of feature. But the issue is, most content creators don't fucking make 30, 40, 50 videos in a fucking day. That's what Phil, back in the fucking day, Phil had to make videos in 10-minute chunks, and he was trying to fucking turbocharge his way through all these fucking games as fast as fucking possible. So Phil would literally upload 30, 40, 50 videos in a single fucking day, spamming and flooding everyone's fucking YouTube feeds. But no wonder fucking people mass unsubscribe to him.
the vast majority of people who use YouTube don't know enough about it or care. All they know is they hit subscribe, and then they would get flooded with my videos. You might say, well, why is that different for your channel over others? Most YouTubers back in the day, at most, put out one video a day. And I don't mean one 1-hour video. No, I mean one 10-minute video a day. That was the formula for YouTube back in the day. One video, 10 minutes a day. I was putting out 8+ hours of footage a day. And if you do the math, since it was 10-minute long videos, that's all that was allowed on YouTube. You're talking anywhere from 20 to 40 videos a day, potentially. It was a ton. And people basically said, well, this sucks. Because if I subscribe to DSP Gaming, I get to see all the videos in my inbox, but now my inbox is literally only DSP Gaming. I can't see any other videos. So no one would subscribe to my channel. I mean, 100,000 subscribers when I was getting 10 to 15 million views a month. I think that speaks volumes. So what's hilarious about it back in the day was that literally YouTube would judge channels and say, this channel just hit a milestone of subs, this channel hit a milestone of subs, and people would come to my channel and be like, Phil, why does no one sub to your channel? You know, you get so many views and people know of you in the gaming space, but it's weird that you don't have subs like all the other big channels. I said, because I actually work hard.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking cunt. You don't fucking work hard. You're just too fucking lazy to fucking edit. You actually fucking work hard. I don't even think Phil believes it. This face that he's fucking making tells me he doesn't even fucking believe that himself. He was always about fucking minimum fucking effort and maximum fucking reward. Phil's idea of working hard is hitting stop record and start record at the right fucking time. And trying to fucking make sure it doesn't go over 10 minutes in case I can't upload it to fucking YouTube. Oh, fucking heaven forbid that should happen. Unbelievable. This is actually unbelievable. He's fucking deluding himself. So it's YouTube's fucking to blame for Phil not being more popular on YouTube. If you don't like the fucking website and platform, Phil, you don't have to use YouTube. You can go somewhere else and upload your crap. I'm sure they'd fucking be delighted to fucking have so much fucking space freed up if you fucking went somewhere else, Phil.
Because I put out more content than literally anyone else out there. No one will subscribe to my channel because it's a YouTube functionality issue. It's not me. Tons of people don't.
Phil, you're the only one that has a problem with this issue because you're the one that fucking tried to spam upload videos. Most people like to fucking use YouTube as like a recreational downtime sort of thing where they get to fucking chill and relax and unwind for a little, you know, it's like it's digestible, immediate content. Sure, we may watch a show occasionally. We may spend half an hour or an hour or maybe a couple of hours on YouTube, but not 8 fucking hours.
Me back in the day, I would definitely subscribe. By rights, I should have over 1 million subs. I was getting more views than million sub YouTubers. But
why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
But no one would subscribe to my channel. You see? So all these schlubs out there today who have 1 million subs, like, they're not even pulling in anything like what I used to do back in the day. And again, this is not a brag. I'm just explaining. When I got this, it was so not meaningful to me because I knew that I should probably have over 1 million subs, but YouTube would never allow people to do that because they'd be flooded with my videos because the system sucked. So when I got this, it was almost like a slap in the face. Like, wow, 100,000 subs, but I have 10 million views this month. Do I care about this? Of course not. So I kind of just put it away and never really cared about it, right? But now, 15 years later, you look back and you're like,
15 fucking years later, and how you fucking grown at all on YouTube? You haven't. Have you been given anything else on YouTube? No, not really. Have you fucking increased your fucking channel? Not really. Have you fucking managed to fucking make the most of the fucking, you had all these millions and millions of fucking views on YouTube. So how has your channel succeeded and thrived ever since that fucking reward was given to you? It fucking hasn't. Because, so Phil is bitching and whining and moaning about how YouTube operates their business, which he is fucking using to fucking make his, to pay his bills. Like, Phil, if you're not happy with YouTube's system, fuck off. Put your money where your mouth is, If you're gonna bitch and whine and moan about how YouTube operates their fucking business, then nobody's fucking stopping you from fucking off somewhere else and going to another fucking platform. I'm sure Kick will happily fucking take you on board full time in a fucking, 100%, DSP exclusive manner. But good luck finding someone else if I can upload your crappy videos.
Any time to put away the sour grapes, right? Times back then, things were insane, getting a crazy amount of views and money based on the performance and everything. As upset as I was about every little nitpicking gripe, obviously things were good. I mean, it's what started my life as an independent person and creator, rather than relying on a 9-to-5 job where some boss just pushed me around and mistreated me or didn't value me as an employee, which was happening pretty much everywhere I ever worked. And so now I look back and I was stupid. I was immature. I definitely was not grateful, I feel, for the things that I was given back then. And I know that now, but like they say, hindsight's 20/20. Back then.
Well, we told you were an ungrateful cunt back then, and you fucking dismissed it as fucking jealousy. You had masses amount of people, friend and foe alike, telling you that you were an ungrateful fucking cunt. And you fucking told all those fucking people that are just jealous idiots.
And if you watch my videos, I'm always complaining about something or feeling, as I said, very entitled back then. Remember, I thought my shit didn't stink. I was like, oh, I'm the big YouTuber. I'm the big gamer. Everyone knows Darkside Phil. And therefore, how dare you say that I should change anything or improve, right? I know better than everyone. Like, that was my attitude back then, which, by the way, was a very bad attitude to have. Nonetheless, I had it.
Well, you still bitch and whine and moan a whole bunch every day.
So, it's cool, I feel, all these years later, to actually still have this and now be able to put it as part of my set. Now, will that be a permanent part of my set? Maybe. Maybe not. It's definitely, of all the things that I have here, I would say the two permanent things should be this frame with these cool animations and maybe that button. But we'll see. We'll see how people react to it this month, if people even care or whatever.
Who fucking
I'm very
cares?
curious what people will think, if they like it or not. It is a piece of YouTube nostalgia and history, being that it's the old play button you can't get. And very few people actually have this button anymore, because most people who were back then that big actually retired. I'm one of the few people who still do it to this day daily. So...
yeah, because you have no fucking choice to, because they fucking made a fucking name for themselves. They were able to fucking achieve great fucking success. They were able to fucking retire with fuck you money. And you had no choice but to fucking keep going at it, because you fucking did not fucking make the most of the opportunities that were presented to you. You should be, Phil, that's what I'm saying. You and your fucking contemporaries and your fucking peers from back in the fucking day, they fucking left you behind in the fucking dust and fucking left you to fucking bitch and whine and moan and blame everyone else apart from yourself, your fucking limitations and failings on YouTube. They fucking knew. So yeah, so Phil, you are actually complaining about how YouTube operates their business and informs their audience when a content creator's videos are ready. But that's on you for failing to adhere. You didn't make the most. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is all on you, and it still is. So Phil, so you wanted to upload 40 videos a fucking day, but you didn't want anyone to be informed of this. Then how are people going to know you uploaded videos that day? Like, what is your complaint here, Phil? I'm trying to understand what Phil's complaint is here about YouTube fucking spamming people's fucking inboxes with his fucking videos because he kept uploading every fucking 5 minutes.
There you go. So anyway, what do we actually have in the background this month? Well, we kept the Ghost, okay? And the reason I kept the Ghost, quite frankly, number one, it actually looks really good on camera. With my new camera setup and everything,
Who
HD camera picks up the color well. I actually think that the Ghost Pac-Man light looks really good. And it's actually a really good place to put the crown. So I thought, that pops. I'll keep that on camera for this month. And Jade did request that I keep it on camera back on Friday. I said, you know what, we'll keep it for the month. We got Sonic hanging out behind me here.
Free space.
That counts. That fucking counts. Oh shit, I fucking pressed up my mistake. Hold on. Right. We only have one free space. But that counts as a fucking free space. Phil referenced Jade. It's our Jade he referenced. Now, Jade's not here right now, okay? But Phil referenced fucking Jade. That fucking counts. There's absolutely no... So yeah, Phil name drop Jade. We get a free space cause of that. Excellent stuff indeed.
As well in the background, right below the mic, fits perfectly. New animations refreshed. You'll see over the course of this month. Not only do I have new animations for the podcast, but also for other streams, in between and stuff. I've refreshed it with brand new stuff. Brought back the nice little mic prop that you guys liked from a few months ago, and we brought back the Vault Boy bobblehead from Fallout. So again, very minimalist, not crazy, but a good set, something to look at, and it looks good with the background. It pops. So there you go. All right. There we go, my friends. Now, we're going to start, but let's do some shout-outs because we already have a few shout-outs to do today. Let's do those first, and then let's jump into what I want to talk about, which is this crazy fun week that we're about to have. It's about to be a very great week on DSP Gaming. I cannot wait, okay? But let's do some shout-outs. We start off today with a few. Let's see here. So first off, I had received a $25 Canadian super chat, which is the equivalent of $18.60 USD, and that was from Dark Ethan. That was our first contribution of the day, and Dark Ethan says the following. Hi, DSP. Before starting your game today in Night Rain, because Elden Ring Night Rain is the first gameplay stream, go to the market. You can buy a necklace to unlock a new character. The necklace is called the Smirched Frame. The character's name is the Revenant. Okay? So I think what happens is once you beat the first boss, which we did, that was the last thing we did on the Night Rain stream back on Friday. I guess this item unlocks at the vendor, and then you can buy the vendor and get the new, buy the necklace, get the new class from the vendor. I've also heard that you got to find a compass, or was it a pocket watch? I think it was a pocket watch, and I guess that just happens as you're playing. You can find it, and if you give that, then you unlock the other class, which is the Duchess, which was the class everyone was using in the network test because it was very, very fast and effective with combat. So. And no, the only reason I had to lean forward to read that is because he super chatted before the stream started, and when that happens, my leaderboard doesn't catch it. So there you go.
Old bastard!
So thank you so much, Dark Ethan, for the heads up. We will do that. First thing, we'll go to the vendor and then the roundtable hold, and we'll see if we can buy the new class. Now, I really did well with the Iron Eye class back on Friday. Like, we were kicking major ass, and I was learning how to use this class and how to effectively use the greases on the bow shots and the elements. So I'm debating today, should I do another run with the Iron Eye because we're going to be fighting a brand new boss, or should we try a new class right out of the gates? I'm thinking maybe do a run with the Iron Eye and see what happens, and then maybe switch to another one, maybe then do the Revenant or whatever. We'll see what we do today, but the good news is all 6 new bosses are unlocked. I can't wait to try it today, okay? Okay, we have Sassy Girl 42. Who has been a member for 6 months and says, hello, Phil, hope all is well. Indeed, it is. Great weekend right now, having a great time. Mozzie did a $2 super chat and says, we missed you yesterday. Well, I hope that you all had a great day away. There was ample opportunity to get caught up with all the stuff that I was doing over last week, which was a ton, right? We made big progress in Clair Obscur, in Blueprints, tried out Night Rain for 6+ hours in the first 2 days. Good amount of stuff so far. Okay, and then we have Diggy23 with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Diggy, for $2. I appreciate that. By all means, keep the detractor memes in your messages, but be sure to send me money when you do it. Okay, and then we have our first tip of the week.
For fuck's sake. Wait. Was that this guy? Diggy, road to 220k subs. Battlefront 3, Phil. We need you. Like, Phil is on 200, Phil's on 214,000 subscribers. Last time I checked. Or is it 215? He may be on 215 now. He's not far away from 220. It just shows you, though. It shows you how much attention Phil pays to the white noise. Like, he pretends to not fucking pay attention to all the latest detractor memes. He's very fucking aware of all the fucking detractor memes. He's dialed the fucking, he won't admit it, but he's dialed the fuck in. And he's fucking very aware of what people like you and me are fucking saying and making fun of him for.
It rained for 6+ hours in the first 2 days. Good amount of stuff so far. Okay, and then we have Diggy23 with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Diggy, for $2. I appreciate that. By all means, keep the detractor memes in your messages, but be sure to send me money when you do it. Okay, and then we have our first tip of the week. Let's take a look at it. From Adam. And it's $1.37. And that's it. No message. So thank you, whoever. Well, thank you, Adam. No message in the tip, though. But I appreciate that. Okay. $1.37. Okay, second to the 23. So what we should really do, let's get caught up. All right, because Friday was wild, right? First off, as I start up the stream on Friday, a longtime fan drops an insanely huge contribution of $1,600 as a tip, which skyrockets us in the goals, right? We were at 87 goals, or was it 86? It was 86 or 87 when we started on Friday, and immediately we jumped like 10 goals. It was like, what the hell? Obviously, I didn't expect that. No one expected it. So we ended up doing DSP Tries It.
Okay, objection, Phil. You were communicating with them the previous fucking day. You admitted this as much on the fucking stream. So, no. You definitely fucking knew it was coming. You were very fucking aware it was fucking coming, Phil. And pretending you fucking didn't is quite insulting, actually, to your whole entire audience.
Burger King's How to Train Your Dragon menu, right? The entire menu. No one thought that was going to happen. I mean, that was crazy. I thought probably we'd be doing How to Train Your Dragon maybe tomorrow, actually. So that was wild, right? And now what's happened is we're kind of chaotic because I announced that morning that I'm doing a marathon for the Switch 2 launch on Friday, which we're going to talk more about this morning. I have lots of details to give you. I think you guys are going to really like.
Who
because
fucking
of that, all
cares?
right, now all of our goals and rewarding and everything is so confusing. And here's why I say that. So as you know, every 10 goals hit, we're doing a reward. Well, we hit 10 goals, and then by the end of Friday, we were at 99 out of 100 goals. Shit. Right? Like, it's confusing. Like, uh-oh. Obviously, we weren't expecting that, right? We were thinking, oh, maybe we hit 100 goals by the time that, the Switch 2 comes out. We didn't think we'd be at 99 right now on the first day of the week. So what we need to do, all right, what we need to do is, essentially, we need to figure out what we want to do for goals and rewards, etc. Now, the thing was, I was going to say, hey, let's do this Switch 2 Mario Kart Marathon for 100 goals. But then I was thinking, I should just set that in stone anyway. Like, I shouldn't tie that to goals. I should treat it like I did with my birthday marathon, where we're just going to do a marathon no matter what. That way we can 100% coincide it with launch day of Switch 2. So if that's the case then what the heck are we going to do for 100 goals? And that's actually what I wanted to talk to you guys about on Friday. But then this giant contribution comes in and propels us, and now we're at 99 out of 100 goals. So let's talk today. I'd say today, let's not go crazy. Let's just figure out what should we do for a 100 goal celebration. Should it be a DSP Tries It? Should it be something different? I'm down for whatever, but we just did a DSP Tries It. And for the record, with this marathon on Thursday, I'm going to be ordering out again to eat. I'm not going to be cooking, or my wife's not going to be cooking that day. So we already have a day when I'm going to be ordering out this week. So do we really need to do another DSP Tries It in the middle? No. So then what should we do? Right? Like, I don't know. So I would love to hear any ideas, okay? And what do you guys think? Try wine and cheese, says King Ferb. Well, here's the problem. I like ideas, but I've already started my streaming week. I went out yesterday. I can't go buy stuff. I can't go to, you know what I mean? Like, I can't just stop streaming.
Wait, what? Phil is a prisoner in his own home apart from one day a week where he gets to go out? Is Phil confirming the detract to mean that he doesn't fucking get to touch grass ever apart from one day a week when he doesn't stream? Wow. And it's like, could Kat pick it up on her way home from work one time?
To the liquor store and start buying liquor and bring wine and cheese back. I'm already streaming for the week. So I don't know realistically, what we could do here for a reward. Like likely today between Night Rain and Minecraft tonight, we're probably going to hit a goal. But then people are going to say, well, what's the reward at 100? Well, I don't know because things have happened so fast. How could I possibly figure something out? Right?
As a content creator, Phil, that is your job to do that. Your lack of preparation for that is not your audience's fault. It is all on you.
So I don't know. Let's figure it out. Let's chat today about stuff and figure that out, like what people would like or what we could do. I don't know. I don't know what to do because it just all happened all at once. Like, here's what I was thinking. Before we hit this crazy amount of goals on Friday, what I was thinking was, so we would hit 90 goals, all right? And then we would do DSP Tries It like Sunday, Monday. And then what I would say is, let's hit 100 goals by Thursday, and we can plan out whatever food it is that I'm going to order to eat on Thursday. And it doesn't have to be fast food. If people said, oh, a certain cuisine, like, why don't you try Korean? Why don't you order a pizza from a different place? Why don't you do that? And I would just do it. And we'd have that as part of the Mario Kart Marathon celebration on Thursday. See? But you guys would be a part of it, and it wouldn't be, oh, trying a new product from fast food, unless you guys wanted that. It could be whatever. But now I'm just don't know what to do. I'm just kind of like, well, what do we do now? I don't know, because it all came all at once, right? So let's talk. Let's try to figure it out. And Zangief says, why don't we do a trial run of the cologne reviews for the 100? Because people are assholes. That's why, Zangief. Because people are complete, dickheads on the internet, and they think that they could try to treat me with mass disrespect, and then I'm going to give them stuff. Well, I'm not. So I had an idea for the cologne reviews. To be honest, I didn't think the cologne review was going to be a very serious thing. I was going to try to ham it up and make it funny, but I thought it would still be informative for certain people. And I said, let's do it, right? No, everyone wants to make fun of me, say it's the worst idea I've ever had, and clown on me. So now people can fucking kiss my ass. I'm not ever going to do it. It doesn't matter how much they ask for it. It's their own fault. They ruined it. You could have had me doing stupid cologne reviews that would have been funny and everyone could have had content, but instead they had to be dicks and toxic morons. So now you get nothing. And it's your fault. You have no one to blame but yourselves for being disrespectful shitbags. So I'm not going to do the cologne review. I refuse. Okay.
Bruh.
And that's correct. I am much nicer now that I met Kat, because before I met Kat, I actually would have told you how I really feel. Right now, I'm definitely padding it. Trust me. But anyway,
That's also the detractor me. Remember, I was like, remember how angry I was before I met Kat? Kat has not done anything to quell Phil's angry issues.
Neither here nor there. Anyway, so let's see. Let's get some ideas. And by the way, not insulting to you, Zangief. I mean, it's a good suggestion, but I'm just not going to give these idiots what they want when they treat me like dirt. So too bad. Yeah. So let's see. Dark Magnet says, what about cologne reviews as shorts? I don't like YouTube shorts. They're awful. YouTube shorts are a waste of time. They really are. Like, they don't work. They don't help your channel whatsoever. I just don't see the point. Like I said, it was an idea. I liked it. These idiots wanted to be toxic. They're not going to get what they want now. So I'm just not going to do it. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so please give me your feedback today. What would you like to do for 100 goals hit? Because likely we're hitting 100 goals today. All right, and obviously it's not going to be something we can do immediately, but maybe what we can do, let's plan it out. Let's see what you guys want. And then maybe over the course of the week, we can figure it out. Maybe it's something I do during the marathon on Thursday. I coincide with it. Now, if we hit more goals, let's say we hit 110 goals this week, which we might. We could go back to the old formula of, say, DSP tries it or whatever, okay? In fact, for those who don't know, this coming Friday is Summer Game Fest. And Summer Game Fest is beginning at 2 p.m. Now, everyone wants to see me live react to it, which is kind of shitty because it means I can't really stream much gameplay that day. So what I'm going to be doing is probably no podcast on Friday, gameplay, and then around 2 p.m., live reacting to the Summer Game Fest. But then after that, I'm going to do kind of a recap reactions. So I'm going to be streaming late. And then after that, I might just, like maybe we do a DSP tries it that day.
Who fucking cares?
And we have to figure out what that's going to be, right? Maybe. So let's figure it out, all right? Let's talk over the week. Let's get ideas. I'm very curious what you guys would want as maybe something to coincide for the 100 goals, but then also something for DSP tries it next as well, okay? So we got to figure that out this week. Indie game night for 100 goals. Well, here's the problem, Mark. We're booked. This week, every single stream is accounted for. We've got Elden Ring Night Rain today and Minecraft Chill tonight. Tomorrow, we got to do one stream of Blueprints this week, so it's tomorrow. And then American Truck Sim. Tuesday, we're doing Clear Obscure and CVS 2 because I can't do fighting games for the rest of the week. Wednesday, we're either going to do more Night Rain or Clear Obscure and another Minecraft stream. Thursday, it's the Switch 2 launch and Mario Kart Marathon all day. And then Friday, it's some gameplay, Summer Game Fest, and then whatever we decide to do at night. But we're booked. I don't have free streams. That's what I mean. Like, from now moving forward, we are crazy busy with games. We just don't have free time in the schedule for anything. We don't. We've got too many games we're already juggling, new stuff coming out. It's going to be a wild time right now. For the next month, basically, it's nonstop gaming stuff. So, can't do that. As much as I would like to, we just don't have time.
Who fucking cares?
You thought restreaming was illegal? It is, but Summer Game Fest allows you to restream if you sign up legally on their list, and I have. So I can restream it if I want. Try a loot box themed to Mario. Loot box? I can't speak. Try a loot box that is themed to Mario. Do they have those? I don't know. I never really looked.
Loot box is a form of shilling, Phil.
Video game treats box. Party, just party favors. Super Mario party favors. Yeah. Party boxes, party favors. They don't really have like a loot box that has Mario merch in it from what I can see. The boxes are actually cool. They'd be cool for like the background. They have boxes that look like the pipes, the bricks, and the question mark blocks from Mario. They're actually kind of cool.
Who fucking cares?
They have a light up lamp as well that looks like the question mark block. That's kind of cool. Anyway, oh yeah, that's right. We thought about that. Skyheart says, I like the idea of you making and eating things from your childhood for DSP tries it. Yeah, like remember I told you we could do something like I could actually eat a cream cheese and jelly sandwich on white bread, which is what I used to eat all the time when I was a kid. Or take like flavored Fritos and dip them into like the whipped tempty cream.
Wait. What was that combination? Cream cheese and jelly sandwich on white. So when he says jelly, you know, he means jam. You know what I mean? I was like, you know, us British style folk. That's jam, you know? Cream cheese and jelly? Jam? Like, what?
Yeah, like remember I told you we could do something like I could actually eat a cream cheese and jelly sandwich on white bread, which is what.
Look, I love cheese. Like, I'm a fucking cheese fiend. I'm all about that fucking cheddar, baby. You know what I mean? Can't have too much of a gooder thing and say other cheese puns here. But yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I would combine. I mean, I can understand kind of how it kind of works. Cause have you ever had brie? You know, I mean, you can have brie versus certain like kind of, you know, that's a different thing altogether. That's a different thing altogether, though. You know, he's basically just describing a cheesecake. Possibly, yeah. You'd eat it in a bagel, not a fucking sandwich bread. I mean, possibly, yeah. There you go. To me, it's a weird combo. Although, when I was a small child, although apparently my gran, you know, rest her soul, got me, you know, was guilty for this. Like, I would butter bread, and then I would put sugar on the fucking buttered bit of bread, and I would eat that. Although my gran was responsible for that, apparently. You know, yeah, that's probably why I fucking turned into a fat wee bastard, you know, who fucking knows, but yeah, apparently sugar sandwiches were fucking great as a kid.
I used to eat all the time when I was a kid. Or take like flavored Fritos and dip them into like the whipped Tempty cream cheese. I don't even know if Tempty still exists. Does anyone know if Tempty still exists as cream cheese? It used to. I don't know if it still exists anymore. Or I could have kielbasa fried up with the homemade Thousand Island, which was Miracle Whip and ketchup mixed together. I wonder if I would like that. I don't know. It doesn't sound good anymore, but I remember having it all the time as a kid. Really weird stuff. Yeah. Well, like I said, let's try to figure it out. All right, let's talk. We don't have to come up with the idea immediately, but chances are that we will hit the goal today, and then we can figure out what we want as this 100-goal reward over the week. We already have a marathon scheduled for Thursday, and then what I would say is for 110 goals hit, let's do another DSP Tries It, but let's figure out what we want to do. Like, I have no idea what's out there right now for DSP Tries It. Is there anything new? I know someone had mentioned that Taco Bell had like a bunch of new things. Let's see.
Who fucking cares?
The website's stupid. It's so confusing.
You're stupid and you're confusing.
Crispy chicken nuggets. Nope, that's not new. Loaded steak and jalapeno fries. That's not really new. It's just their fries, nacho fries, with pieces of steak and jalapenos and cheese. No, they don't have anything new. So actually it was bullshit. That's hilarious because I saw that someone said online that they have all this new stuff. They don't have anything. It's all the same product, so that was a lie. Okay. What do you guys think? Joshua, how are you?
Who fucking cares?
What other stuff has come out that I'm not aware of? Because I don't know of anything right now. You know, we were working on the Burger King thing, and then next thing you know, boom. Right, what just happened? Nothing new at Wendy's.
So that actually makes a lot of sense, Agent Double Soul, because my gran was from Derry. Which it's not Dublin, I know, but she was Irish, you know. She was from Northern Ireland, you know. So yeah, that kind of makes sense. Why my gran might get me hooked on that sort of fucking thing with all butter, bread and sugar thing. That might make it. Yeah, I am part Irish, yeah, as I've told you guys before. Something, you know what I mean. So that may be where it came from. Like I said, I have been known sometimes for trying to, you know, look, I've had some strange things in my time. This is coming from the guy that likes to eat haggis, you know. But again, I'm Scottish, you know, you kind of meant. But yeah, has anyone? So this is a okay. This combination is criminal, and most of you are going to say what the fuck. But I don't fucking care. Have you ever taken salt and vinegar Pringles? Okay. And you fucking. This is oh Jesus man, I'm gonna get so much fucking flack for this. You know have you ever taken whipped cream? Spray a bit of whipped cream on a salt and vinegar Pringle, and it's surprisingly nice. Yeah, yeah, I'm that kind of guy.
The only thing with McDonald's is the McCrispy strips, which is stupid. I don't care about that. No exaggeration, Papa John's has not added a single new thing to their menu in a year. They just keep saying, get the Shaq-a-roni pizza. I don't want Shaq-a-roni, you idiots. I don't care about Shaq in 2025. I don't know why anyone would, but apparently you do. Oh, Olive Garden, come on, no. Guys, I just tortured myself with a bunch of food with like Subway. I am not eating from Olive Garden right now. There's no possible way I'm eating Olive Garden. I'm not doing that. Hell no. Sorry. I'm not doing it, okay? Yikes. No, you think it would be better than Subway? I don't think so. Olive Garden is revolting. I don't want to eat something revolting, you know? Oh, God. Pizza Hut is doing a cheesy bites pizza and ranch flight. All it means is it's the pizza that has the chunks of mozzarella, like, stuffed crust, so you rip them off like bites, and they give you a whole side of, like, 5 different dippable ranch sauces, and you're supposed to dip them in ranch sauce and eat it. That's fucking nasty. Yo, these people are disgusting, man. It's, like, straight up gross. What is wrong with them? I didn't try the Parmesan stuffed crust Domino's, right? That's one we didn't do, and that came out like a month or 2 ago. That's a maybe, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to do it. Well, here's what we got to do. You guys are going to know better than me. If you want to look around, if not, my wife and I, we'll look together and see locally if there's anything, you know, around here we haven't done or something new that we could do for DSP Tries It, and we'll look into do it like maybe Friday-ish. You know, we'll see, because it would make sense to do it at the end of the week on that day when I'm already stuck here late to do the Summer Game Fest React and recap reactions and just have a DSP Tries It right after, right? That would make more sense, I think. So, yes, there's a possibility of doing something not fast food. I said I got to figure it out. Smoking Socks, we literally just did wings. We just did Wingstop. I'm not going to do wings again. Excuse me. No, this would not be for the 100. The 100, basically, we got to figure out something we want to do. for the week, you know, to celebrate the 100 goals because we're already doing a marathon. Like the marathon should have been what we tied in with the 100, but I'm already doing the marathon on Thursday. It's already a lock. So, you know, maybe just something else silly to correspond with the marathon, but then we're talking about the next DSP tries that we're going to work toward. Amazing GT, how you doing? We're doing good. Thank you for, he says, thank you for the kind words. Yes, we're doing good. We are. Seafood, well, the problem with seafood is, you know, think about seafood, like how can you get it? Well, fancy restaurant. We're not ordering fancy restaurant delivery, all right? Seafood, we're spending $100 on seafood that's going to come cold and rubbery. So what seafood can you get? Fried seafood?
Another quick gentle reminder in case people have forgotten. Phil needs to receive $1,500 from his audience in order to do these DSP tries. He is not willing to spend $100 on his audience to try some nice seafood for being given $1,500.
And there's not that much out here that does it. There's like an Ivar's that maybe we could order delivery, but they don't really, they're far away. There is a place that does like boiled shrimp, but it's insanely messy to eat it. It's like a giant thing of shrimp they cook in sauce, and it comes in a big plastic bag, and they give you like a bib and gloves to eat it. I'm not doing that in my office, you see. We've got to figure stuff out that's viable to eat in a setup with technology and shit around it. Not that I'm making a giant mess on a giant, you know, picnic table or something. Well, sushi, there are some really good sushi places around here, all right? But to be honest, like, we could do sushi. I've never done sushi on DSP Tries It before. That's true. That's actually a true statement. I didn't even think about that. We never did it before. But sushi isn't very impressive to watch. And what do I mean by that? Like, just take a look at when we did the How to Train Your Dragon meal on Friday. The burger was this big, colorful burger that I could show off what was on it in the bun. You can see me eating it, and wow, it's messy,
Who
right?
fucking
You know, the
cares?
fries, the mozzarella fries looked cool. It's something visually appealing, while also you eat it and you rate the flavors. With sushi, all sushi is just this tiny little roll. You know what I'm saying? Now, they do look different. Sometimes they have fish on top, different things inside, but they all are kind of samey. They're not, like, visually popping or that appealing, you know? Taste-wise, sure, I could order maybe 3 or 4 different kinds of sushi, and I could try them live and tell you what I think of the flavors of each one. There's a good sushi place we usually order from that maybe I could do. Okay? And for the record, my wife absolutely loves sushi, so she would really like this idea.
We know.
It's one of her favorite foods is sushi. Okay? Maybe, you know what? If that's what you guys want, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe that's exactly what we'll do. We'll get some sushi. All right. All right. Cool.
Was that a mic bump when I leaned into the microphone? I don't know if I touched on it or not.
Ozzy, don't worry. I saw your super chat. I'm going to shout it out, but we were in the middle of a discussion here. Okay? I know. He has to relax. Mozzie, relax. I'm going to read your super chat. You just got to be patient. Good things come to those who wait, okay?
There's a guy that demands money today, right now.
Okay, I got distracted. So maybe sushi can be one of the days, either Thursday or Friday, because like I said, for the marathon, we're going to be ordering out. And then maybe we figure out what we do for the other one for when we hit 110 goals. Okay, how about that? Maybe one of them is sushi and one of them is more fast foodie. Yeah, we can maybe do that. Okay, let's think about it then. All right, I really like the idea of sushi, that's because I've never done it. So I could order a bunch of different kinds of sushi and try them live and rate them for you guys, right? But now what else can we do? There's another thing, because it's 2 days basically this week where I kind of have to do this, so. No, I'm not going bungee jumping. All right, let's do shout-outs before Mozzie loses his or her mind. The $2 super chat. When are we going to talk about new merch? I don't know. We haven't really thought about it, right? Like, for example, I don't have any merch currently with the new DSP gaming symbol that we've been using since January. Right? And there's different things we could do. I'm sure we...
But Phil, the fact that you have no merch is entirely on you because you got fucking lazy about it. You know? Like, you've been given this platform to potentially fucking make money, and you got fucking lazy and never bothered to try and fucking expand the fucking shop and the store and the merch stuff. You know, like, it's just... It's entirely on you, Phil. There's no one else to fucking blame for the lack of fucking new merch apart from you. Because you weren't fucking proactive enough. And, like, you didn't fucking seize, like, you know... Imagine having new merch during the Kino Casino arc at height of his fucking popularity. You know, everyone loves him again. And, you know, and it just fucking let it, it just let it stagnate.
We could do logos and things for merch, but we just haven't had a chance to really talk about it. And, you know, we always have other things to do usually. And
we haven't had a chance to talk about it, Phil. You set the fucking schedule. You fucking determine what is talked about every fucking day. You're the one that decides what gets talked about. He literally skips podcasts sometimes because there's not much to talk about. He could have fucking chosen one of those times to talk about fucking merch.
And on the days that are slow, we forget. That's the thing. We've had slow days, nothing to talk about, but we never seem to remember on those days to talk about it. So maybe bring it up on a day when we don't have a lot to talk about, because I have a lot to talk about today. All right? Cool. So someone tipped $2. All right. Here's what they had to say. Let's get this on the leaderboard. Here's what they had to say. It's funny watching 10-plus-year-old videos of you and your reaction to the original This Is How You Don't Play. All that overreaction from you over just saying that Phil is bad at Metal Gear Solid 2. I feel like if that happened today, it'd be so different. Because, like, when's the last time you ever mentioned This Is How You Don't Play? I feel there was a certain irony where you kept mentioning This Is How You Don't Play back in the day, and that caused people to actually learn about it and watch it. Yeah, so here's my perspective.
Well, here's the fucking truth of the fucking matter. Obviously, Phil was super hyper jealous. So back in the fucking days, well, you gotta remember, Phil was heavily reliant on views. Him getting more views meant Phil got more money. This is fucking before he didn't like, you know, before live streaming was a fucking main normal thing for him. He relied a lot on ad revenue. So Evil AJ dropping a hyper popular This Is How You Don't Play video of Phil's shitty gameplay and getting 1 million plus views in it made Phil very salty and angry. Oh, he's stealing my content, he's stealing my fucking footage and all that. Those views should be my views, I deserve that fucking money. So yeah, Phil was naturally very salty and angry and toxic and did not want to fucking, try and see some positive or whatever. No, he was just hyper angry and salty and, just like, yeah. Essentially, it boiled down to jealousy and money. And Phil not getting money.
If 10 years later, you know what they say again, hindsight's 20/20, and you look at the situation. So there's 2 reasons why I reacted that way back then. Okay, one is a very bad, very stupid, very ignorant reason, and one is a very valid one. The first reason is I thought my shit didn't stink. I thought I was this big, popular gaming YouTuber. I thought that I worked harder than everybody else, and therefore I deserved respect. And how dare someone make fun of me? Now, I'm not saying, oh, don't watch my videos and laugh at them, because a lot of the times in my videos, I purposefully overacted. I mean, in that MGS2 playthrough, I was constantly insulting Hideo Kojima for a reaction. I didn't actually dislike the guy. I just wanted people to have a reaction, because that's what got me popularity and views back in the day. It was that shock value kind of stuff. Oh my God, he just won't stop insulting Hideo Kojima. We got to watch more, right?
Oh my dog, what's up?
Basically, Phil admitting right there that it was never actually true and honest and genuine with his audience, and he was just fucking pretending, put on a fucking character or whatever. Thank you very much to Ira for the $2 super chat, who says, if Phil was smart, he would have offered Evil AJ a job. I don't think Evil AJ would have fucking taken the fucking job. Even if Phil offered to fucking, nah, I don't, it's one of those kind of things, like, what would, I wouldn't, I mean, it's like, I can see where you're coming from, obviously, you know what I mean? Like, Evil AJ managed to fucking tap into, like, obviously, no one expected This Is How You Don't Play to explode in popularity like it fucking did. And especially to get the fucking traction it fucking got as well. But yeah, and also Phil's meltdown would have just fucking made it more popular. Like Phil reacting so negatively and toxic towards it just fucking made the demand for it grow more and more.
So it's a difference between you were watching that footage on my channel or you were actually watching someone who had the audacity to make fun of Darkside Phil. Now, keep in mind, over 10 years ago was a lot of different times. This was around 2012, 2013-ish. So at that time, most people were laughing with me, not laughing at me. I wasn't known as this clown on the internet that everyone liked to make fun of and deride. I was actually respected in the YouTube gaming community as one of the biggest YouTubers.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
People came to me for advice. People who now today are much bigger than me used to ask me for help back in the day on how to break out on YouTube or how to properly manage their channel. This happened all the time.
Why would I lie?
I imagine it's like breathing for you.
Okay? So now you might look at that perspective and be like, that's ridiculous. I don't believe you. But that's how it was back then. So for me, I was very big-headed. Okay? I was very big-headed. I was very stupid. And I thought, how dare this person make fun of me? And I think that that's, now today I look at it and I'm like, what an ignorant, stupid way to take it. If someone went out of their way to make an hours-long montage video, obviously I'm doing something right because it got their attention. Even if it's a negative attention, it still got their attention. So what I should have done was laughed with it and then probably started doing my own crap, referencing it in a positive way in my own content, right? Then it would have brought more attention positively to my content. But instead, I was so upset that someone would make fun of me. Now, there is another factor to it that actually was more rational. And here was the other factor. You have to understand that 13 years ago, my only source of income was ad revenue on my videos on YouTube.
What did I fucking tell you?
Which was directly tied to the number of views that I actually got, okay? I didn't have any crowdfunding at all. I think at one point I did have a PayPal open that I got like $100 a month on. Something, it was ridiculous. It wasn't...
You had PayPal open since 2008 and 2009 or whatever, hashtag click the ads, whatever, or send me money for PayPal so I can play games. Ever since your Darkside Phil channel was around, you had fucking PayPal.
Any significant source of income at all, okay? It was all ad revenue from YouTube. It was like all my eggs were in one basket at that time, okay? I wasn't live streaming, none of it. So because of that, I looked at this person without my permission, taking my videos and editing them into their own form of content, and they were getting big views. And the way
So they made your content transformative and more entertaining, and you couldn't handle that.
I saw it was, listen, they should be asking me for permission to use my content because that's my copywritten content. And what's sadly going to happen is if this kind of activity continues, this is going to take views away from me. This is going to take attention away from my channel. People are going to want to watch the negative deriding version of the content rather than the original content. I'm going to see a big views dip, and this is going to hurt my body.
But Phil, that's literally the point. People would rather watch Evil AJ's version of your playthrough than your raw, unedited borefest. You know, you felt you were about fucking no effort when it came to fucking creating the content. You didn't want to try and trim out the boring bits. Like, as a content creator, you know, like, you've got to offer people the chance to fucking, like, I'm not saying it's not a fucking place for direct, raw restreams or a fucking full playthrough to exist, but most big content creators usually also offer an edited, more digestible version of that content to be the one that's kind of the one thing that most people go to. You've got to fucking think sensibly, Phil, about your audience's point of view. Your evil, so this is how you don't play. Sorry, your Metal Gear Solid playthrough, Phil, was what? How many parts? How many parts was that? How many hours of footage was that? It would have been a ridiculous number. All unedited. All just raw fucking format, whatever. Just no editing whatsoever. Just expecting the audience to fucking sit through there every single. No, fuck off. The alternative, of course, is just like, you know, spending an hour or, you know, watching Evil AJ's version.
I'm lying for my business. I was absolutely correct. That's actually exactly what happened. People stopped watching my raw content and instead just waited for someone to make a "This Is How You Don't Play" of the latest playthrough I did, so my views plummeted. 100%, I was very massively negatively affected by "This Is How You Don't Play." If I didn't change my formula up to be a live streamer and a crowdfunded individual, I would be bankrupt completely and irreparably today. Seriously, like, I wouldn't be able to make any profits. It's crowdfunding that allows me to make profitability today.
Well, you still went bankrupt though. So you changed it up, and you still went bankrupt.
You know, right now, take a look at what happens. I turn on my live stream, someone has already clipped something from this stream and uploaded it to their channel before my live stream's offline. That's illegal. Like, that's copyright infringement. My stream's still online, you clipped and put a clip up, you broke the law. You cannot do that, okay? But I'm not rich, I can't slap all these people with lawsuits. So imagine today if I relied on sole ad revenue when my YouTube channel brings in 500,000 views a month. That's true. DSP Gaming only brings in 500,000 views a month now because they steal all my content. Everyone watches my content on other channels before they watch it on my own because everyone illegally clips and uploads it first before I even can. How fucked up is that?
People would rather watch it on their channels.
This is how you don't play. Taking my content out of its raw form, making it something else, and putting it on the channel without permission. Now, as we all know, in the last 13 years...
So, Evil AJ obviously waited until your videos were up for stick. Evil AJ never fucking snuck in ahead of you, Phil. Your footage was on the internet already for people to fucking watch. You know, Evil AJ did not fucking get somehow make This Is How You Don't Play before you released your fucking Metal Gear Solid playthrough. You know, so those two examples aren't very fair, in my opinion, because Evil AJ waited until well after you finished the fucking playthrough of Metal Gear Solid.
All the laws and everything have been hashed out. We know that This Is How You Don't Play is actually legal. All right, it is. As long as you're adding commentary and criticism to it, and it's not just raw gameplay with nothing over it, it's allowed. I would argue that the original This Is How You Don't Play's perfectly 100% are transformative works. So they would be allowed today legally. There's no problem. These other people who literally just clip me out of context with no commentary and criticism and no editing, just, hey, it's just raw, that's completely illegal and they're not allowed to do that, okay? But This Is How You Don't Play, for the most part, would have been considered legal by today's findings.
Thank goodness I'm transformative, where I pause and rant at the bad man while playing bingo.
Of what's happened in the last 13 years. So, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Today, I don't give a shit about anything anyone says or does about me, as you know. Like you said, you said in your tip, well, you don't bring up This Is How You Don't Play anymore. No, I just don't bring up...
These days, I don't give a shit about anything anyone says about me. Says the guy who had a go at somebody wanting Phil to get 220,000 subscribers. He doesn't give a shit, but he knows all the tractor beams.
Any negative stuff anymore. I don't care. Because if I did, my entire day would be bringing up negative stuff, because that's how it's been. That's how toxic the world has turned against me, because they realized, hey, being toxic to Dark Side Phil is profitable for me. I can make tons of money making fun of Phil, even though it's illegal. So I'm not going to sit here talking about it, fighting it, bitching about it all day. I've got positive content to make, and quite frankly, the viewers who are here who like me don't give a shit about the toxic idiots. They would much rather never hear about it. And that's what I've learned, so that's why I just ignore it and don't bring it up anymore. And I'm very successful doing that. If you haven't noticed, I make a ton of money. I'm very profitable. I hit goals, but I also get to do what I love. And that's the way to be successful, is to ignore the nonsense. What's happened is this bizarre, toxic ecosystem has just evolved around me. And even though I'm at the center of it, I'm no part of it. I just want you to think about how weird that is. I'm a man in a bubble, but I have nothing to do with the bubble. I just ignore it because it doesn't benefit me. It's just really there because they're all leeches. And the day that I don't stream is the day they can't make a buck, right? So just imagine if like I got really sick, or, you know, I broke my hands, or, you know, what if I got a car accident, right? Just think about that.
Phil, stop describing my wet dreams.
What would they do? They'd have nothing to do. It's bizarre, isn't it? But that's why I don't bring it up, you know? And you're right. If back in the day, I hadn't brought up this is how you don't play in the way that I did, the very toxic, negative way that I did, number one, it probably wouldn't have blown up. Number two, probably there wouldn't have been a viral movement to go against Darkside Phil and make money doing it. And number three, maybe, just maybe, things would have been a lot better for me. And, you know, to this day, I would have been seen in a positive light. I would have still been a big YouTuber. I wouldn't have had massive crimes committed against me every day. But, you know, again, I've said this all along. My journey has been a unique one. I am one of the actual innovators of being a full-time content creator and gaming creator. There was no blueprint of someone who had done it before me of who was successful. At all. None. Zero. So I was just winging it and trying to find my own path and do it my own way. And I made a lot of mistakes along the way. This is definitely one of them. 100% definitely one of them. So, okay.
So, yeah, Phil wasn't the original. You know, people like Slowbeef were doing this before him. But Phil likes to try and fucking rewrite history just to suit his own narrative.
I received a $3 tip. What's one piece of advice or criticism from the past that you wished you listened to back then? And what's the biggest misconception about you? Well, the biggest piece of advice or criticism would have been to just chill out and roll with it. Like, to be honest, some of the things that have happened to me that really could have ended me, because I just chilled out and rolled with it, they blew over. You know, my incident is probably the biggest of all of those, where if I had been so upset that it happened and tried to be defensive about it and all of that, it probably would have been the end. But because I rolled with it, it didn't even affect me in a negative way at all. It actually ended up being a net positive, as stupid as that sounds. Okay? But yeah, like, in my opinion, if I had been more mellow back in the day and just rolled with everything and didn't take it so seriously, like I said, I took This Is How You Don't Play very seriously at first, I think things would have been a lot different. But again, you don't know. You know, you just don't know at all.
Bruh.
Now, what's the biggest misconception about me? I don't know. Because here's the craziest part. I don't know what the misconceptions about me are anymore because I don't pay attention. I pay absolutely no attention to any of them. They're so insane that I just don't care. So I couldn't answer that question. I really have no clue.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
You know, some of the longest running misconceptions continue. People still think that I blow all my money on mobile video games. No, I don't. People still...
No, hold on. Objection? Yeah. $893 so far. So far. It's probably more than that. It's actually, is TJ today more updates or, you know, no, it's yeah, the latest one was $893. That's the most recent one. What about? Well, you still, not only do you still blow money in WWE Champions, you're still using the same account that you pretended to have sold super secretly on the dark web.
Think that I have a bad relationship with my wife. No, I definitely don't. It's actually quite the opposite. But that's the thing. I'm not going to talk publicly about certain things, and then people just get these crazy ideas in their minds, and then they roll with them. And then they become manic about it, and then they all believe stuff that's completely false, but I don't know what it is because I don't pay attention. And then sometimes you guys will come and start spamming the memes on my stream, and I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm like, huh? And then they're like, oh, what do you mean you know what we're talking about? I'm like, no, I actually don't. I have no idea what crazy fucking obsessed manic people on the internet are talking about today. I don't pay attention to them. You know, I got better things to do than worry about what a bunch of crazies in that bubble around me are saying today. I have my own content to make to be, you know, successful, that's positive and not toxic drama nonsense that they talk about all day. So, like, here's the deal. Yesterday, I was away from the internet for most of the day, okay? I was out and about with my wife, having a good time. I guarantee you yesterday, because I wasn't streaming, it was controversy drama city for these people. And they were spreading all kinds of lies and misconceptions and nonsense about me when I was out having a good time with my wife all day.
I mean, actually, for the most part, for detractors, they're just enjoying a really fucking fun musical time. When that being said, you know, shout out to the King of the Ring. It was like I think that stream was 6 hours long. That was a lengthy fucking stream they fucking had going through the fucking music, but by God, there are some talented motherfuckers in the fucking community. And yeah, and also I was thinking about taking part. I was thinking about competing, but then I thought, you know what? I better let someone else win. If I compete, everyone else will lose hope. And I'll just, you know, no, that's not fair. We need someone else. I need to just step back and let someone else have the chance to shine, you know? So yeah, I still wasn't part of it. Just kind of the ring this year around. But yeah, it's, you know, entertaining stuff, incredibly entertaining stuff. And obviously, you know, I'm looking forward to the finals.
I'm living life. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good time.
Well, you get out one day a fucking week. You just fucking said you don't get to fucking go outside and fucking, you know, step on grass and breathe fresh air. There are other days of the week. So today, Phil, you can't go out, apparently. It's impossible for Phil Burnell to step outside and experience fucking fresh air. Because he's working today. The only time he gets to fucking leave his fucking home is his days off. That's according to his own fucking narrative. Phil is super successful, and what does he fucking do with all that fucking money? Absolutely fucking nothing. It benefits his fucking life, or fucking makes his fucking life any fucking better. Is he going to go on honeymoon at some point in time? No. Never. No vacations planned? No. But you're so successful, Phil. You know, why aren't you rubbing your success in the faces of all your detractors? It's because you can't. Because, one, you don't want to fucking go anywhere because you're a boring bastard, and two, you can't afford to take any time off.
They're the ones who are sitting on the internet all day going crazy. Again, mania, manic behavior, that's the best way to describe how they are. Okay. Let's see here. So, Big Larry Gaming through the book with a bunch of information about Mario Kart World. Okay. He's got a whole bunch of game information. Let's see what he has to say. So he says, I was
surprised you didn't fucking criticize him for typing so much for only $1.
Watching your reaction to the Mario Kart World, I want to clarify some concerns. Okay, let's see what he has to say here. You reacted to the rewind feature saying this would only be online, and that isn't the case. I don't remember saying it would only be online. I remember saying it would only be offline. How would they implement it online? So you're saying the opposite of what I say. Rewinding only affects your character. It's supposed to be if you get stuck in a bad spot when you wouldn't be able to recover from. As for the open world chill driving, there's a reason to it. The missions earn you decals that can put you and your cars and skins and unlock characters. You can also collect coins freely to unlock cars at certain milestones. I'm super hyped to play the game. Yeah, I am. Here's the thing I'm concerned about. So the whole premise of my marathon, which we're going to talk about in a moment, we didn't even get to it yet, is not only am I going to be unboxing, exploring the Switch 2, but we're going to be playing Mario Kart World all day on Thursday. And it's called I'll talk about it in a sec. It's called the Rainbow Road Rush event. I'm trying to unlock Rainbow Road. But how long is that going to take if you're now required to drive around a giant open world? Are we going from a game where you used to be able to just play the circuits in order and get your job done and you're done? Or now is there going to be insane amounts of padded dead time because you have to drive around this giant open world? I don't know. I'm a little nervous about it now because it might actually destroy the premise of my event, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. All right, I received a $5 tip. How do you deal with being the most criticized streamer? I would personally crumble with the weight of the hate. I ignore it. You have to understand something. All the stuff these people say and do doesn't affect me. I'm serious. Unless they're actually directly trying to commit crimes against me, like committing identity theft and messing with my actual business and financials and things like that, which has happened, okay? Don't get me wrong. The things they just say about me on the internet don't affect me in the slightest.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Like, at all. You realize that. I don't address it. I don't pay attention to it. Most of the time, I don't even know about it. They just sit there in their own circles talking about it, and it's just a circle jerk. Like, literally, it's an endless circle jerk from a bunch of crazies. It doesn't affect me. So why would I care? Like I said, I'm absolutely sure yesterday they were talking about me. I have no clue what they said, and I don't give a fuck. I got my life to live. I don't know what they're saying or doing. Why would I even care? I knew I was going to come back today, have a great day hanging out with all of you, right? Had a great new setup for the month. I'm going to have amazing, great content coming out this week. Why do I give a crap what they say? Again, their impact is that of a fart in the wind. You smell it for half a second, you're like, ugh, and then it's gone, and who gives a shit? They're just meaningless individuals. Every single one of them. I don't care. Okay. I received a $2 tip. I don't believe this at all. Gameplay of your epic final run in Night Rain is going viral on TikTok. Congrats for redemption and proving haters wrong. Yeah, I don't believe that at all. If there's anything about me on social media, it's toxic and negative. So I just don't believe it. That there's anything positive about me. I don't think it would ever exist. So, okay. Why? Because it's not profitable to be positive. It's only profitable to be negative and toxic. So that's why. All right, so,
using that logic, Phil, why are you making money? You just claim you're super successful these days. How? Using your own fucking logic, if you're super successful these days, it's because you have to be negative and toxic.
What I'd like to do, all right, I want to talk about the big event on Thursday, because this is the big focus, all right, of this whole week, is that this Thursday is my big marathon event. Ladies and gentlemen, this coming Thursday, June 5th, will be DSP's Rainbow Road Rush event. When my Switch 2 arrives, we're going to be doing a live unboxing. We're going to check out how it looks, all of the form factor, the weight, how the controller feels. We're going to hook it up for the very first time live. We're going to get it working and explore the menus. We're going to download Mario Kart World, and we're going to be playing it all day long. In addition to that, I have purchased several accessories for the Switch 2. Third-party peripherals and the devices that I like to try, including cases, protective screen, an actual case that you can put on it and you can still dock it, but then a travel case as well, thumbstick attachments, a wheel attachment so you can drive Mario Kart with a wheel, among other things. So we're going to be testing all of these third-party peripherals during my launch day marathon event while I'm playing, and then we're going to be playing Mario Kart World all day long. The idea of the Rainbow Road Rush event is that I'm going to try to unlock all of the content base level in Mario Kart World on release day, starting with the very first circuit, playing through all the circuits and unlocking all of the tracks, eventually culminating at the end of the night with playing Rainbow Road, which is also the last hidden track of every single Mario Kart game. Now, I hope that this event is viable. However, there's a few things that may not happen. For example, I don't know exactly when the Switch 2 is arriving. No one does. Everyone who has pre-ordered their Switches are waiting for them to arrive, and we all have to wait for shipping information. Some people have gotten them way early. I haven't. And some people are wondering, at what point on launch day are they going to get it? Me too. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen with the delivery of the Switch. If the Switch shows up early, great, then we have extra time to do everything I want to do. If the Switch ends up showing up extra late, then likely we're going to look at all the accessories and things over the course of the day until the Switch arrives, okay? So we got to see what happens, okay? I hope for the best, really I do, but there's no way to guarantee an early delivery that day. It might show up in the middle of the day, it might show up late. Now, if that happens, what I may actually do is extend the event and carry it into Friday as well, because I think people want to see me do this event, and it would kind of suck if it doesn't happen because the thing shows up so dang late. But I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that it shows up on the earlier side so we can do this all day long, okay? Now, also, during the course of the day, there'll be food, like I said. Maybe we'll order sushi. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll order sushi during the day, and we'll have a sushi meal, which I've never done, in the middle of the show. And then also, there's going to be booze. For every, milestone of support that I get, I'm going to start taking some shots, all right? And I'm also going to probably have some White Claws, or I actually got something else as well. I have this, these lemonades. I think they're called, Smirnoff lemonades or something, that those are alcoholic. I'm going to have some of those over the course of the day, too. So I'm going to have some things while I'm playing Mario Kart. So not only am I challenging myself to get to Rainbow Road by the end of this marathon, which is something I've never done before in a marathon, but also I'm going to be inebriated. So it's going to be pretty challenging to be doing a driving game on launch day while inebriated, okay? So let's see how it goes, and let's make it happen. I think it's going to be a very exciting event. Again, all day Thursday, June 5th, the DSP Rainbow Road Rush event, the arrival and unboxing of the Switch 2, exploring peripherals and accessories for the Switch 2, testing all the equipment, getting it hooked up initially, downloading Mario Kart World and playing Mario Kart World all day long while inebriated, the rush to unlock Rainbow Road. Can I do it? Can we unlock Rainbow Road on launch day? We're going to find out. We're going to certainly see all of the courses hopefully once on launch day, and I'm very excited for it. So be there Thursday, June 5th. Don't miss the Rainbow Road Rush.
Who fucking cares?
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen,
whale alert.
I just received an incredibly generous contribution. I'm not making this up. NDO 103 just tipped me $100. Wow. $100 tip from NDO. Thank you, NDO. Let's get that on the leaderboard. Holy crap. Let's see what he has to say, because he put a big message there.
Literally, no one bugs them anymore. Nothing. It's all, they're completely washed. The cans are clean.
You have no respect for people that are alive.
So that has propelled us to $138 of support on today's show. Thank you so much, NDO. So NDO says, would you consider building a Lego that's like a Street Fighter build for a goal? For example, here's two examples, an arcade cabinet and Bowser. Let me look to see if I can find them, because the reason I say that, I don't actually know. Well, the links don't come through. I should clarify this. Links don't come through via tips, so I can't actually see the links that you sent. But I bet I could find them. Like here, like
That means it's like 2 o'clock in the morning there.
if I type in Lego Street Fighter, right, on Amazon, here's the cabinet. He says there's a cabinet and there's a Dalsum. Here it is. It's micro blocks.
And it's not even coherent.
Yeah, it's a micro blocks Street Fighter cabinet. It looks pretty cool, actually. It's Ryu and Ken fighting on Chun-Li's stage. That's a pretty cool one. 1,060 pieces. It's actually only $27. It's ridiculously cheap. There's also a knockoff Mario one. It looks like a Mario stage. So there's that. I like that one. Now, you'd also said Dalsim. I don't see the Dalsim, but I bet it exists. Probably not on Amazon. It's probably just on the internet somewhere. Let me look.
Who fucking cares?
Make the bad man stop.
And that's somebody right there who's already got a compromised moral compass.
There's also...
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!
Well, there's actually a few different things you can do. There's one that's a figure of Dalsim. There's one that you can make Dalsim's portrait art from Street Fighter 2 if you buy this certain set, and they have instructions on how to do it. Yeah, like here's the thing, NDO. I really liked doing the Legos that I did. Right, it's out of the background now. It was the Lego Piranha Plant that we had all last month. I actually really, really enjoyed doing those Legos. I found those nights chill and relaxing, and I like how they look in the background, right? We had Minecraft for a month. We had the Piranha Plant for a month. I wouldn't be against doing more Legos. Like I said, I wanted to do the Lego Mario Kart. That's out now. It's like $180, but it's Mario, like, giant on a big cart. And I thought that would have been perfect for this month to have it in the background for Mario Kart World. But people lost interest. They stopped showing up for those streams and stopped supporting them. That last stream of Piranha Plant, we didn't hit the goal, and I was like, I guess people are saying they're bored of it. Now I'm thinking, maybe it was because I was doing it too often. So maybe we give it a break. We didn't do one last month. Maybe we give it a break. Maybe we bring it back in the summer. And then we could do a different one, and maybe people would like it again, right? Because I think what's happening is I'm doing things too often, and when you do something too often, it's not special anymore. So give it a break, and then go back to it later in the year. It might work again, right?
Have you considered doing that for just showing up at all? Like if Phil was here once a week instead of fucking twice a day, would that not technically mean that he might get more support?
So there you go. Maybe we will. I think it's a good idea. I would like to do it. Right now, sadly, I wouldn't have time to do it now anyway. With the incredible amount of games I'm juggling and the new stuff coming out in June, it wouldn't work for now, but maybe over the summer. We'll see. That's a good suggestion. In fact, anyone who's watching this now, on demand or live, remind me, maybe come July, remind me, hey, maybe we want to start doing Lego nights again. I'd be down for that. Maybe do one of these Street Fighter Lego builds would be pretty cool.
Who fucking cares?
Okay. Cool. All right. So this week is a crazy week. Today we've got more Elden Ring Night Rain. I'm very excited. I hope you guys will stick around after the podcast. We are literally right at the best part of the game. We just basically got all of the bosses unlocked. If you didn't know, there's 6 bosses before you get to the final boss. After you beat the first one. Today, I don't even know who I want to go after. It's like Mega Man. When you're on the select screen, you look at all the boss masters. You're like, who do I want to fight? That's kind of what we're looking at right here. I think it's going to be pretty exciting today to figure out who we want to take on. So it's going to be an exciting stream of Night Rain. New content, new bosses, new everything. Okay. Tonight, it's chill Minecraft. And I can't wait because tonight we're basically going to take all those resources that we gathered last time, and we're either going to go further into that mine to get more, or we're going to go on a world adventure. We're probably going to build a boat and build armor and stuff and go out into the world and explore. And that's going to be very exciting to see what's out there and check out the new biomes and things that are in the game. So we'll see what we do tonight. I'm not even sure what we're going to do tonight. We'll talk about it and figure it out on the fly. Tomorrow, we got Blueprints returning. Every time I played Blueprints recently, we made massive progress in the game. I feel like tomorrow will be more of the same. And basically, I think that this week is going to be a lot of that, like progress in the games that we're playing, but then a lot of excitement near the end of the week for Mario Kart and all of that, okay? So, by the way, I will be live reacting to Summer Game Fest on Friday. What we'll do is we won't do a podcast that day. Instead, I'll just go probably right into Mario Kart and we'll play it on that day stream. And then after, like, say, like 1:30, 1:45, I'll cut that off, and then we'll react live to Summer Game Fest. And then after that, I'll do a recap reactions video. And then Friday night, we'll probably do some other gameplay. And it ain't going to be Street Fighter. I think we're just going to do Street Fighter once this week, rather than Friday Night Fights. But we'll do something different, you know, on Friday night instead. So that should be exciting. Okay, this week's going to be great. The first few days is all the games I've been playing and enjoying and juggling. And then Thursday, you know, switch to in Mario Kart all day in a marathon setting. And then Friday, more Mario Kart, Summer Game Fest, and more gameplay. What a week. It's going to be a jam-packed week full of content and fun. I cannot wait for this week.
Who fucking cares?
Okay. See, I could be addressing this complete nonsense, but I'm not going to. Like I said, I ignore toxicity. People in chat are, you know, detractors.
Wait, what are people saying in this chat? What are people saying in this fucking chat? Is it humble brag, by any chance? Why did you spend all the money you received from a fan of 16 years on WWE Champions to have something that would improve your life, like fixing your bathroom? Good point. Phil was always fucking telling us all that there's a whole bunch of fucking things that are broken in this home, you know what I mean? Or, you know, showers are broken, bathrooms are fucking broken, dishwashers are fucking broken, vacuum cleaners are fucking broken. There's all sorts of fucking things that are probably broken in the snort fort. And Phil didn't. You know, did Phil do anything about that? It doesn't sound like it.
Okay. See, I could be addressing this complete nonsense, but I'm not going to. Like I said, I ignore toxicity. People in chat are, you know, detractors are coming in and saying dumb shit, and I'm ignoring them because they're just so dumb. I don't pay any attention to their nonsense. They believe nonsense, and I'm not going to entertain their nonsense. It has nothing to do with reality for me.
You realize that you're responding in this manner means you are reacting to it. You're not ignoring it, you're directly addressing it by pretending it doesn't exist in a very loud and public manner. Therefore proving that it got your attention and you saw what was said and therefore you reacted to it.
So I just ignore it. Okay, well, I think I've covered most or all the topics I wanted to talk about today. So my question to all of you is, what's up? What's going on? Does anyone have anything to want to chat with me about today? Tag me in the chat, either on YouTube or on Kick. What else do you guys want to talk about? For the record, no, I don't have the ability on YouTube right now, from what I can see, to do this new points system. It doesn't seem to exist.
So Phil still doesn't have it. So Raw Phil has it. You know, Raw Phil has this fucking thing you can see at the top here. I don't know why it's available for some people. So if you click on this, yeah, community leaderboard. You know, And you get points for chatting in the stream chat. You get points for, like, you know, contributions as well and all that shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, if I just click on actually, if I click on this and I click on the question mark, you'll see community leaderboard and XP. What is leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges and live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages and send super chats and super stickers. So there you go. That is how that works in case you guys are curious. And as you can see, these are the top ones on Raw Phil stream today. The 808 Ohana. I had there 300 XP. Storming into the fucking lead. But yeah, Phil doesn't have his feature yet on his channel, so he's not very happy.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to exist. And by the way, it looks like YouTube has removed my ability to gift free memberships to you guys. It's gone. Remember, every month I was able to
LOL. Well, Phil didn't really fucking care about that shit anyway.
give you guys free memberships on the channel. It was like 10 free memberships a month. It's completely gone. The option doesn't even exist anymore. Like, it used to be in this menu right here that has the $sign. You would click on it and it would say super stickers in one section, super chats in one section, and memberships in another section. Well, the memberships is completely missing for me. I don't have that. Do you guys have it? If you go to the dollar sign symbol on the YouTube chat, do you guys still have the membership section? Because they've removed it for me. No one's answering. You have it, it's there. So is it in that? It's in the $sign tab area. When you click on the $sign, it shows up.
The great comment right there in the kick chat. That's okay. You could always just gift us with your own money.
It says 50 members for 200 euros. It's there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have it. I literally don't have it anymore. It's gone. So I guess they've removed the ability for a streamer or creator to actually gift memberships to their community. I would love to, because I was going to give it to you guys.
Is that true? Is that really true, though? I mean, I've kind of got this. I mean, I click on my... So, if I'm... So, as a content creator myself, if I click on a dollar symbol, I've got super stickers and super chats as an option. I don't see memberships. Maybe the streamer can't do anything with members then. I don't know. I got no idea.
Guys, at the end of the month, someone had brought it up on Friday, and I brought it up. It wasn't there. And same thing today. I thought, oh, it's June. Maybe the new ones are there. There's nothing there. They've removed it entirely. So thanks, YouTube, for removing something nice that I did for the viewers. I really appreciate you removing useful features that people enjoy. Thanks a lot. By the way, thanks for not giving me the channel point system yet.
Ungrateful cunt.
No, you can't. I'm telling you, you can't gift memberships at all. It doesn't work. It's gone. I couldn't. Number one, you could never buy them for yourself anyway. That wasn't allowed. Why would you buy memberships to gift to your channel and lose money? You could never do that. All you could do is give.
Well, you have 3 separate YouTube channels. Log into DSP Reacts and gift DSP Gaming 50 memberships. Simple.
About the free ones, and they're gone. The whole thing's been coded out for me. BattleDuck 9000 has gifted a membership. Thank you, BattleDuck. Hasn't popped up yet because YouTube's probably attributing it to someone right now. Thanks for the first membership of the new month, which is worth $3 to support. So now we're up to 141 bucks. Oh, so by the way, I should mention we're in a new week and a new month, which means all the stats have reset and everything. So literally, the first person to gift a sub over on Kick becomes the top gifter of the week and the top gifter of the month. Who's it going to be? We have no Kick support so far this morning. Let's get some subs over on Kick. Let's get that momentum moving, shall we?
Nope.
There we go. It finally went out. There's the gifted membership from BattleDuck. Thank you, BattleDuck. Airhead, there is no missing podcast from last week. They are all live. There were 2 days when I didn't do a podcast. So you might be looking and be like, oh, it's gone. No, they're all live. Every podcast is live on the channel that I did. I did 4 of them last week. Yes, I'm streaming the Xbox Showcase. I just explained as much. What I'm doing is gameplay beforehand, so hopefully I can get support. So that way, even if the showcase I don't get support during it, hopefully I'll be good.
Juicy, tangy, moist, gourmet level burger.
Yeah, I hope both the Summer Game Fest and the Xbox Showcases are good. I hope they're both good. All right. Yeah, the Xbox. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm so confused. I got him confused. All right, I'm going to apologize to NJZ because I have to, because I just screwed up. NJZ asked if I'm going to stream the Xbox Showcase. I got it confused with Summer Game Fest. That's my fault. I apologize publicly to you, NJZ. I shouldn't have been snippy like that. I thought you were asking me a question I'd already answered, and I had, okay? On Friday is Summer Game Fest. Summer Game Fest is 2 p.m. Pacific time. What I'm going to do on Friday is skip a podcast, stream just gameplay in the morning. Hopefully, during that time frame when I'm streaming gameplay, I'll get some support. So then when I live react to the Summer Game Fest, I'll have enough support to hit a goal rather than worry that, oh, Summer Game Fest started and now I get no support. Okay? So that's going to happen on Friday. Now, Sunday is the Xbox Showcase, and I think they're doing it way early. Or am I wrong? Is it at 1 p.m.? I think Xbox Showcase is 1 p.m. Pacific time. So the tough part here is I could skip another podcast, but that's...
Imagine going 1 p.m. way early. A lazy sack of shit.
It's the beginning of the week when a lot of people like the podcast. So what I might actually do is do a podcast and then just go right into reacting to Xbox. And that's my stream. So I'd have to rely on the podcast that day doing well, much like it just did, and then just react to Xbox, so no gameplay on that first stream. That's probably what we'll do. Okay? But yes, I'll be live reacting both to Summer Game Fest and the Xbox Showcase is coming Friday and Sunday.
My hand is completely covered in sauce.
We get a big ups to Darcy DeFlo and add his song to the playlist. No. What is up, everyone? Hello, and welcome.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Tag me in the chat.
It's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know.
Keep in mind, we've got interesting stuff to do in Elden Ring today, so we can jump right into that too if you'd like. Or unless you have other things to talk about. I've covered my topics.
1, 2, 1, 2. What's up, Jamie? Yo. Good to see you here today. Are you ready for this? Yo.
Nothing? Should we start? I'm down for that.
Yes, Jay. Big time. Go. Shout out to all my niggas from Guadalajara.
By the way, I have quite a lot of accessories coming for Switch 2. So far, I've got 2 accessories, and a bunch more arriving today, and then another one's arriving tomorrow. So I'm going to have a bunch of stuff to review and test with the Switch 2 when it shows up. I'm excited. It's going to be pretty good.
Oh shit, we have 57 likes. I didn't realise that, guys. If we have 57 likes, that means we've got a free space to get for that as well. So there we go. I didn't realise we had 50 likes already, so that's my bad. Sorry about that. So there we go. We have 6 free spaces so far on the bingo. It means we're 3 away from a full house.
Thank you, guys. AKA BKB says reminder about the necklace. First thing we'll do is go to the vendor and see if we can buy this necklace. Am I going to get the tongue tie? Am I going to get the Piranha Plant camera for Switch 2? I don't think I want to get the camera for Switch 2 at all. I don't think I have a use for it. Everyone knows it's going to be shitty. Like, they've showed it off and it looks awful, like, it's quality-wise. And I like the look of the Piranha Plant camera. I think it looks cool, but I don't think I'm ever going to use it, so I don't think I'm going to get it. Maybe eventually I will, but I don't see a valuable use for it. You know what I mean?
One more chance left to blow. You ready? 8 times go. 8 times blow. They thought I fell off. No. Like a prime D rose dunking on these.
All right, how about this? Let's end the show. Boom. This way I can take my break.
Member bomb. My biggest fans are idiots.
Thank you very much, Sonny, for gifting 10 members to the channel, which is 2 more free spaces. We'll add them right now, of course, which means we're 1 away from a full house, you know. There we go. So thank you, Sonny, for gifting 10 members to the channel. And congratulations to the following people for getting a membership. Congratulations to Night Scraper TM, Purple Haze 112, Brendan.
Member bomb. My biggest fans are idiots.
Well, I guess that's a full house. Sonny has gotten 5 more members, which is another free space. Basically, Sonny had enough of this shit and was like, okay, fuck this shit, we're out. So there we go. So 15 members, which is 3 free spaces, which means we won bingo. I'll read off the members first of all. So thank you to Sonny for gifting 15 members, and congratulations to Night Scraper TM, Purple Haze 112, Brendan Shuttler, CA of Clan Wolf, Ice Age, The Drizzle, Savage Today, Mr. Gorehill, Princey, Flatman Boob, Black Wyvern, Excalibur 2010, British Pilot, Kenny, and Just a Bat Boy with Internet. So, if you just got a membership there, make sure you thank Sonny for gifting you that membership, and of course, thank you, Sonny, for not only memberships, but of course, actually saving us from the bad man. We won bingo because of that. Excellent stuff indeed, of course. That adds $10 to the bingo prize fund. So, it's always good to start off a brand new, fresh month with a full house on the bingo card. It brings us up to 11 buckaroos so far. Excellent stuff indeed. And I'll say,
Burger.
let's get this filled in.
Burger.
Full house? Oh boy. How exciting. Anyway.
God's sake. Why did Phil think that was a good look? Why did he think wearing the smallest shorts possible, exposing his ridiculously chubby thighs, was a good look while he sat there on camera, spread-legged, talking about how he's probably one of the best overall gamers in the country? Like, it's haunting. It really is fucking haunting. But yeah, there you go. Anyway, we won bingo, victorious in bingo. Excellent stuff indeed. Right as Phil was ending the fucking show as well. So, let's go to live DSP and see how he's doing, shall we?
Controllers onto the Joy-Cons, and you can plug in a USB and charge them while you're playing with them. as opposed to needing them being on a charger. You can play while you charge.
What's this?
So I got a bunch of stuff to test this week. I'm very excited. Yes, we're going to do all this on Thursday. On Thursday, we're going to be doing a live unboxing of all these accessories and the Switch 2 and testing them all with it, basically. It's going to be pretty fun. Like I said, it's going to be really exciting. A console launch where I can actually like get a whole bunch of stuff for it and test it out. I think it's going to be really neat.
Who fucking cares?
This is not Minecraft. What are you talking about? We're doing Elden Ring. Retro Danny, how are you? Good to see you.
I think he's waiting.
This Thursday, though, is the launch of Switch 2. Oh, my God.
I think he's stalling until he has to go.
Anyway,
for gameplay.
Let's boot up Night Rain.
He's only $9 away, guys.
So, by the way,
go on, Phil.
I
Remind
might
them
have
all.
to adjust the volume. Let's see, because Night Rain was really low for some reason.
I'm done. I'm done with the fucking bad man. Fuck it, we're done. Guys, we're gonna peace out from Bingo for that, okay? As Phil said, it looks like there's not going to be any podcast on Friday. Phil is going to have a super duper streamlined mini podcast, not a podcast thing on Friday. I'm still planning to stream on Friday though. If I need to do a 3x3 bingo card again, I'm going to do it on Friday. But yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday should be normal bingo days, should be normal streaming days. You know, so we should have a normal, it should be business as usual essentially, until Friday at least, okay? But guys, thank you very much for joining me for the start of a brand new month of marbles and bingo and all that jazz. Remember guys, if you've not yet got your own marble locked in, you know, make sure you leave a comment on that community post, which is linked in the description of his live stream. You've got to be in it to win it, as the old saying goes. You've got nothing to lose, and if your marble comes first, you win. You know, and you can do that fucking, you can do if your winnings whatever you fucking want. If you fucking want it, go straight into your fucking pocket, fantastic. You want it to be sent PayPal, Amazon vouchers, Steam, gift code vouchers, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever the fuck you desire. Even charity, if you fucking want to do like charity, fucking sort that. But yeah, it's up to the winner what happens with their winnings. There you go. Anyway, we'll determine also at the end of June who wins the bingo for. But until then, of course, you've got to fucking make sure you get your own marble secured. So there you go. Free space if he bricks the Switch 2. I declare, if Phil bricks the Switch 2, I'm declaring a full house. I don't think he'll brick it though. I think he's learned his lesson from last time. So I don't think he's going to fucking brick it this time round, but we'll have to wait and see. But guys, I am going to end things how I always end things. By putting notorious PIG contributions made by supremely talented Pixar Animations. So until tomorrow guys, I do hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will catch you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money, when you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, it's gone. Just gone like that.